Have you ever tried anything that doesn't work? Same. It is good to multi-stream. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is the Biendeo stream today on this fine 8th of December 2025. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and we'll have a wonderful week ahead of you. My week has been, slightly disappointing in terms of results of things. But you know what? You turn those results, and you get bummed about it for an absurdly long amount of time, and then eventually, you get over it. Eventually. But also, the nice thing is that you can always pass the time. So, it is almost the Game Awards. So, we will maybe not talk about it, because I don't really have anything to add to what I mentioned last week. So I guess we'll just dive into the game today, which, hopefully, this works out fine again. Oh my gosh, it worked out fine. You got some news throughout the week? Heck yeah. Give me them throughout the week news. Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube one isn't working. I'm apparently syncing it. I'm sending stuff to YouTube. I'm successfully doing it, but no dice. No dice on, I guess what it's receiving at the end of the day, which is a bit odd. Plus, I'm streaming to a different key. I don't know. So for reference for the VOD people, I'm trying out a little bit of multi-streaming at the moment, and it's I don't really have any idea if it's working. I don't think it is. I see my YouTube live thing. I don't see anything on it, so maybe I'll try it out during a bit of the holiday interim. But yeah, no, if you're on YouTube, I apologize because that just ain't doing. I'm sending more packets, but the enormous FC subset, I mean, it's not that enormous because that is just the scale of the game, but the reason why it's enormous in terms of points is because the charts in that game are stupid. They're really dumb charts, so that's why there's a bunch of 100-pointers in there. I'm sad that there's no Guitar Hero Aerosmith set. We'll have to get over that one. Hopefully this is the last stream. Yeah, oh yeah. Lemon will suffer through it. Oh, someone forgot to hit the F9 button. Yeah. There we go. On the last stream, we finally moved into the final place, and I'm going to try my best. We're going to try and max this out. That means the kids go to prep school and they leave forever. I get promoted to level 10 in the career, and then we get money. We save money to buy a yacht. Now, as I started, I bought the alarm. I remembered that I bought the alarm. I did something out of the ordinary, which means I would have remembered exactly what I did. No more well, the kids have to stay for a moment. But only a moment. What a sweet hour. So anyway, relatively unfurnished house, and I've only got $9,000 to kind of make do. So we're going to have to try our best with what are the bare essentials, and annoyingly, what are the bare essentials before I can get a promotion? It is over 9,000, so obviously, this room feels massive, which makes sense maybe as I mean, this makes sense as a kitchen area. They've got the walls and everything here. It's probably bathroom time over here. I don't know, we could still do the sonic shower and all that stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it nice and simple for the moment. With just, you know, the one shower and the one toilet, and to be fair, the only thing a good toilet does is that it makes you comfortable as you use it, so we'll just we'll go nice and easy for the moment. Decide the kitchen area and then adding a smoke detector. We're 100% doing that. So first of all, if there's one thing we're not skipping out on, it is indeed the bed. The one bed. At least for the moment. You gotta have the good bed. So I guess we'll just sort of leave the bed here. The one thing I kind of hate about this place, and honestly nothing stops you from doing this, is just refactoring the whole thing so it's not this massive whatever room. Because like, yeah, like what do you do here? It is really big. It's got a nice rug, which is $8,200, by the way. Maybe I'll just sell that off if I need money. Jeez. Okay, so there's that. The kids need beds. So we'll just go for, you know, the huge. The Tyke Knights. They are relegated to the far side of the same bedroom. I could build, like, a desolate bedroom for them, but there's, you know, they're only going to need... Actually, might as well move this tad over just so they don't have collision going on. And let's not make it a minefield for them to walk around. Actually, even better, let's do it on this side just because it's going to be better, I guess, for pathfinding, maybe. It feels weird, though. It feels very military of me to be doing this. Okay, let's do the stove and all that jazz. So here's the stove. We're going to pop it. They put the phone on the inside. It's very weird. The stove goes here. I'm going to put the phone on the outside of here. You're going to ask this question. Better. Yes. You're going to ask this question, and I'm immediately doing it, which is the smoke alarm, which is an electronic. Goes right there. There we go. No problem. There's no other entrances, right? I'm just curious. I don't know if you need an alarm on every entrance into the house. Because I guess they got the pool, and in theory they could steal the chairs before they get inside. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be upset if they can, but... This fridge costs more, but stuff it, we're doing it. And by stuff it, we're doing it, I mean stuff it, we are not doing it, because I will not have enough money for anything else. So, for the moment, we're doing that. But the good stove is a good stove. Trash compactor on the far wall. Actually, trash compactor just in the corner. Chuck it in there. Dishwasher, wherever it was. There you go. Dishy Deluxe. Chuck both in at the far end because most people are only going to be using one at a time. And then counters, I guess, isn't it? There we go. We don't have to go fancy with the counters. Same deal as before. Whichever way is the front. I think that's the front. Wish you could copy. Well, it's either the front or it's the back. I think it's the front. It feels like a front. There we go. And now we need a table. I need fun. Any comment on the Netflix buys? I do have comments on that. I will talk about my grand concept of everything is getting eaten up by big companies. Chat. Technically, this is an outdoor table. These are quite a bunch of these are outdoor tables. This is a dining room table, technically. It's just an awkwardly shaped room, though. That's the one catch. I don't know. Is it better? It's better to have a smaller table. But unfortunately, that's a desk. Quite a bunch of these become desks at some point. And that's the same size, so I mean, there's no point going for that. Ah, stuff it. Just chuck it there and hope that everyone can figure out how to walk around it. That's it. That's the only chair you've got. Is there anything else I can sell to sort of pawn off a little more money? Other than the rug? The thing with the rug, this is the only catch, is that I kind of want to keep the rug as a bit of a challenge. And I don't think the rug is anywhere... Like, where would the rug be in terms of, I guess, furniture? It'd be all the way at the far end. We are buying James Hetfield. We are buying James Hetfield. Oh, maybe it is this antique Persian rug. Yeah, it probably is. Okay, we'll get the rug later. I need the money right now for stuff. Okay, so we need more chairs for my awkwardly positioned table. Actually, this table can probably be won over just in case everyone wants to walk out, but I don't know, there's nothing you can really do about the other side. Oh, there's really nothing you can do about the other side. Oh my goodness. There you go, you're all sitting around the table awkwardly like this. That's how you sit around the table. Good luck. That was a very good luck moment. To be fair, you can be a little Last Supper about it. There you go. Easy. Easy. Flawless. No problems there. Alright, and then, fun. Because that's really the only thing. I guess we got the beds, we got we need a bit of fun. And the easiest fun is obviously the plasma TV, which we've done before, and a somewhat comfortable chair. Or a comfortable couch. I went for the relatively cheap couch last time, but we've got this love seat, which is actually pretty okay. Except it only has 2 on it, but you know what? That's what most of these really were anyways. I think we had this one actually, which was energy 5 as opposed to energy 4. Yeah, actually maybe we'll go with that one. There we go. I don't know why Metallica were at 2 Formula 1 races in a row, I think. Which I'll also talk about that. That would be another thing, another part of the topic. We'll be chatting about that, so... I don't know, I think we're set. Are there anything I'm missing? I don't have skill stuff right now. Maybe wait until Tom joins. That's fair. We can talk about Formula 1 later on as well. Yes. Let's see, yeah. You got the TV, which means you don't necessarily need the stereo. I feel like we've got all the rough appliances. Someone might ask for the espresso machine, I guess. Everyone always keeps trying to use it. It's very odd. So, I don't know, maybe chuck it on top of the dishwasher there, just in case someone wants it. Same thing with the food processor. It just kind of comes up. I think that's the orientation it's always in. Sure, yeah, sure, yeah. And then, I don't know, I think we're set. I'll buy a mirror, I guess. Food addresser, exactly. Yeah, I just need a mirror. I'll get an artist block, why not? Spend some time doing this, just chuck it in there. Yeah. And then a big mirror, which I put here. Big mirror. And that's it. Obviously, I will need a chess table, so let's look at our character. I'm gonna need... Yeah, we're gonna need... you gotta have a guitar. I will need the guitar, and I will need a chessboard. But we're gonna start easy with just getting a bit of that. Because this... I mean, this is the last career promotion anyways. So it's like, it's all or nothing. Either I've got it or I don't. So if I've still got to work towards that, then sure. I'm apparently hungry. I didn't buy lights, by the way, but whatever, we're in the dark. It's fine. No one will notice. The kids will really have nothing to do. They might just drown. That is an active thing that might happen. So I'm just going to hope for the best. But I've got the 7 family friends, so as long as I'm just maintaining it, keep it just in case anyone does actually drown. But I've got the 7 family friends. But that should be the straight goal. I think we do need to host a party at the end as well. But that's about it. So, anyways, let's talk about Warner Brothers. Or rather, the Warner Brothers Discovery being actively bidded on by... you could just... Oh, I mean, well, you could just sell the pool, really. Or you just get rid of the diving board. No, I don't think the diving board really helps. But I assume everyone's smart enough to... Hold on, there's no... Oh, don't save on that. There's no ladder in this one, right? It'd be in the build menu, wouldn't it, actually? It'd be under the pool setting. Oh, no, the pools are literally just... That's it. That's all your pools are. Does improve body and the room, though. Which I don't... Oh, no, they just climb out. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. They just climb out. The room might be bad almost all the time. But it will be good when they walk outside. No ladders needed. Not in this one. Who needs ladders? Not me. Okay, let's have a pee, and then I don't know what we're doing here. So, anyway, it's Warner Brothers Discovery. I think what was the value? I didn't actually see the value of how much they're buying Warner Brothers Discovery for, but it was in the the billions basically. There's lots of money spent towards that kind of stuff. And it's 82 billion. Yeah, that's real massive. And ultimately, at the end of the day, like, What does this mean? Well, this means Netflix makes residual money basically off the profit of this company, which seems like a very, very long-term gain. I think the easy answer is it's residual money off of a competitor, basically. Oh, is okay, because I keep seeing... I can never tell where it goes if, like... You know, everyone kept saying Warner Brothers, but I'm like, are they buying the whole company? I don't know what's going on there. Alright, the kids are just going to do their own thing. I'm just going to focus on the adults on this one. But we're going to need to get that charisma up a bit. And I've got the block slightly on an angle. That's fine. It's still a massive bit of money. I think we kind of talked about it happening already. We sort of rumored about it. Paramount wanted to buy the whole company. And now they're very salty they lost. I think a lot of companies are probably going to be quite upset if they lost as well. But I think it begs the question about two things. One, why is Warner Brothers Discovery losing so much money that they're basically, you know, selling it off? Also, the other characters don't need a... Yeah, they're still A+. Because I don't have a bookcase. I will buy a bookcase if they're suffering there. Also, it is 4 AM, and when do I go to work? 5 PM, which means I need to keep my stamina up a little bit. And we need a pee, so let's go pee. But yeah, begs the question, why was Warner Brothers Discovery losing so much money that they need to be sold off? And how does Netflix have so much money that they're willing to just go for it? Kind of complex question. I think there's probably a lot to it. Is that the park he's making? They took a loan. Well, I guess the thing is that all of these companies take funny money. All of these are like IOU favors. They take out the investment from... banks or, I guess, stock interests sometimes. It's like forward stock. And then they basically go, hey, we will grow enough to make this money. Oh, is he just going for more? He's going for more. But they take the forward stock price, or the forward value, and then basically do the moves that they want to do. And that's how we get the OpenAI stuff, basically. Well, exactly, yeah. And well, for the AI companies... at the end of the day, I mean, like, you know, I guess it makes sense. Obviously, this will, you know, this has been something that has happened. Yeah, we'll talk about Micron, yeah. Yeah, he's got nothing to do, because honestly, there's not much to do in The Sims 1. You build your skills, you kind of suit your needs, and then you call it a day. I can keep my relationships up. Like, I probably want to chat to Ziggy and Chantal, and probably Charles and Rod and Randy at some point in the bit. But yeah, the Micron stuff is probably a good thing to attach to this. Is that obviously companies need to be in on deals. I think we kind of talked about, you know, the AI. What's the term? The OpenAI buying up literally, like, what is it, 40% of the world's silicon supply. And in particular, they did something quite crafty, and they basically, you know, they went around to all the memory manufacturers and were like, oh, you know, let's try and cut a deal. You know, we'll shop around, we'll try and get the best deal. And what they ended up doing is that they simultaneously asked, or struck a deal with both Hynix and Samsung to get all their silicon, and particularly silicon wafers, and not just, like, you know, just end chips, which is kind of interesting. He did it. He's happy about it. Oh, I need to hire a maid while I'm at it. He does not like it, though. How about you go and wherever the phone is? I think it's all the way in here. Let's hire the maid. Because it's the cheapest thing in the world. And while I'm at it, I'm going to sell your wonderful piece of art for $1,500. Woo! It's good stuff. But yeah, they somehow struck a deal with two memory makers without them exactly knowing that the other one was also in on a deal. That kind of signaled a massive crunch for the world to basically go, hey, do you have memory stockpiles? Because if you don't, whoops, you're probably going to be stuffed, because OpenAI is about to steal all of your traffic. So depending on the company, they actually might be fine-ish for the next, you know, few months to a year, maybe. Microsoft are very, very stuffed. Sony are probably going to do alright. But it is still painful in the sense that, you know, if you're... Because what if you want to buy... Well, that's the thing. You can't. And this is the weird part I find about the whole system, is that obviously they've done this because... Why? Where are you going? What are you doing? Okay, you're done watching TV. I guess because your fun's all the way full. Okay. Yeah, you probably want your sleep now while you're at it. Yeah, you won't be able to buy the RAM. And why can't you buy the RAM? Well, it's because... yeah, the supply is basically all going to be gone. And while in the short term, the OpenAI thing... Sorry, in the long term, there'll still be memory. But the problem with the OpenAI thing is that it obviously squeezes the supply from everyone else. Suddenly, people who buy the RAM for the cheaper prices can't do it. And the reason why it's going up in price is because, well, you know, they're going to buy it at this price, which means the people who want to buy it at higher prices will be able to buy the rest of the supply. So there's no reason to charge a lower price anymore. And this is where we get into this weird, you know, artificial scarcity thing. The whole reason why everything has gone up in price is because everyone's just reactively just gone for it. They've just all bought all the memory, whatever. We need to keep our supplies up. Infinite money. Exactly. The ones who can afford to do that are the ones that have the money printing engines. They basically have they basically have the ability to raise capital by just saying, hey, we will make money. Usually, right now, it kind of seems to be in the AI space. But here's a problem. Like, what if you're a company that doesn't really have that much a stable, I guess, path going forward? I think the easiest thing is, what if you're a small... I got $100 from Grandpa for good grades. Wow! I'm making bank off my, children. They get to see me before work. Oh! Boy, tuition sure is expensive these days. Well, there goes $1,500. But, that is one kid gone. He's going. He's just walking off. He's done. He's done. So there we go. Is gone from my life. Oh. What do you mean you don't have enough for tuition? Yeah, rip. Oh, she's going. She's out of my control. But she's still walking off and gone? No, we're good, apparently. I guess we're good. Well, easy. Easy money. Easy money. I don't need to worry about kids anymore. They're all gone. I love how we got this budget tab. Why can't I build anything? Who knows why I can't build anything for the moment. That's okay. I can sell their beds. Oh, did they... I didn't realize that a repo man just came over to take the TV. Also, hi. No, you're meant to go to work. You're meant to go to work, bro. I want to try and answer the lack of phone. Go for it. Go for it. He got there in the end. Okay, so I lost my TV, but I'll get it back in a moment. Maybe if you spend time with Rod Party guys, you'd be... we'll get there. We'll get there. But now my life is a lot simpler because I have no kids and 3 money. So that'll be good. But yeah, OpenAI basically buying all the memory is... Imagine if Uber bought all the cars. They were like, we need all those cars. And we're going to go to all the factories... And we struck deals where we'd buy the cars for more than they'd sell otherwise. Obviously, especially for publicly traded companies. I'm not too sure if it's like this in Korea, but for all the publicly traded companies, this is a good thing for them, and also a slightly required thing. You can actually be legally sued if you do not serve the interest of your shareholder as a publicly traded company. It's mostly a fraud thing or something. I don't know where it's at. But obviously it's like, well, someone wants to buy your product for a higher price. So you should probably support them for that. Sure, okay. Makes sense. But yeah, it's like, imagine if Uber just bought every car. Obviously, you as a consumer would like to buy a car, and now you can't because someone's paying more for it. Obviously, you can try to pay more for it, but that's going to obviously price so many people out of the market. And, you know, okay, what if you're a business? And here's the other catch, yeah. What if you're a business and you need to buy a car in order to do your business? Maybe you're a plumber, maybe you're an electrician, maybe you're literally a truck company. And now suddenly you can't afford the infrastructure to do what you need to do. Look at that, man. They repoed my $1,500 TV. Actually, that TV was worth more than $1,500. Man, that's a bit of a stinger right there. That's okay. We're just gonna do another block. This is how we make the money, though. I tell ya. Except he's got to pee. Also, I can sell the beds. I didn't sell the beds. Sell. Still can't afford the TV. That's fine. We'll get there. But yeah. So suddenly now, with this company, you know, buying all of the supply of the things that you need in order to do your industry. And to be fair, memory, which downstream results in computers. So computer manufacturers have to spend more in order to make what they're doing. You know, laptop vendors now have to spend more, which means any company that uses a laptop or a computer, which is virtually all of them, will need to be spending more, purely because OpenAI has struck a deal where the supply's gone up. Now, granted, OpenAI most likely still is paying more to secure all this stuff, but obviously the companies that have the most excess money will make it happen easier for them. The people who are right on the line, it's going to be way harder. And AI, well, it's not an AI problem in this case, but the fact that it's all because of AI, it's all because of this, you know, honestly, it is kind of a bubble. And it's weird as well. It's like, obviously, buying the memory doesn't exactly guarantee the compute supply, which is like half the reason why you're using this, right? Just because you have more memory doesn't necessarily mean you do things faster, but obviously if you're hitting, you know, limits per node, or if you have, you know, much more compute than memory necessary. We're all waiting for the I'm not an expert. I don't know when the bubble's going to burst. I know it will happen. I'd probably hope it's sometime next year. Look at that. He built the thing so quick. Another $1,500 now I can buy the TV. Easy. Easy. There we go. I can have fun again. But I'd probably say it would be in the latter parts of next year. And the latter parts of next year, unfortunately, you know, what do you do? How long do you wait until next year? Because next year is a long time. Even though 2026 is nearly upon us, it's coming up. It's in what, 3 weeks? 3.5 weeks? Well, GTA 6 is coming out in... It's not coming out in May, actually. It's the end of next year, isn't it? $1,100 from work. Easy. Good stuff. I'm going to need to cook some food very quick. Brekkie. Oh, my goodness. But other than that, it's, you know, the goal is just work up the skills, which maybe involves taking some days off. I do need the money, though. But yeah, no, if GTA 6 is a... no, it's a May release date still, isn't it? What is the release date for GTA 6 right now? Is it May or is it... I don't know when it is. No, but I keep forgetting that it was May the delayed date, or was it still another November? I think it's another November. What is this, like, pot of stuff? Did she start trying to cook things in the middle, maybe? There you go. Cook those burgers. I was playing Parappa 2 earlier. I'm loving that game. It's great. May was before... Oh, okay. May was delay 1. November again was delay 2. Got it. Okay. You know, it's probably going to happen at exactly the same time. And I don't necessarily... Not exactly related. I think it's just... It's going to take quite a while. especially for a big player to suddenly figure it out, suddenly realize. There's some companies out there. Apple is certainly not an aggressive player on AI. They've obviously dabbled in it. They've got products that go, oh, you know, Apple Intelligence, we're using the acronym, like that kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, sure, I guess, maybe, but obviously I don't think Apple particularly sees themselves as like an industry leader. What? Hold on, is she going to the fountain to wash her hands? You dirty person! What are you doing? I just wanted to see that happen as opposed to interrupting it as well. I assume the pathfinding went for the quickest sink. And the the darn fountain is a sink. There's only two sinks in the game anyways. One's a kitchen sink, so, you know, I might as well throw it in there if she's gonna keep pathfinding to it, but what do you mean? What do you mean that's a sink? Oh. I wasn't a candidate, I tell you. Oh my goodness. Next time I go to anyone's fancy mansion, I'm gonna wash my hands in this fountain. I just realized there's a phone behind the bed. Who put that there? There we go. Pick that up. I don't know where you put the phone. I guess next to the living room. Shorter walk. I don't need it in the bedroom. That's gonna wake people up. There we go. But yeah, definitely, like, you know, these aggressive plays. These aggressive players in the market, they price out not only competitors, but downstream industries. This move literally reduces the need for other downstream industries. It increases the need, hopefully, for silicon supply and for you know, I guess for mining and other sort of operations around that level. And then OpenAI themselves need to be, you know, increasing the demand for everything else around it. So OpenAI clearly needs to be increasing the demand for laptops, which they won't at all. I mean, unless they create a breakthrough product, then maybe, but let's see. Let's chat to, we need to keep Ziggy in the loop, so I'm going to actually call Ziggy. Ziggy party guys. I could keep chopping at the block, but we're gonna actually, like, get a combo with him. You betcha. Good on him. Good on him. There we go. And that gives me enough time to walk around to the toilet. If the product isn't being made now, it'll be too late to help. I mean, I ask this question every week. What is the end goal? Is the end goal that we reach artificial general intelligence, which is an arbitrary phrase people made because it used to be called AI, and then we accidentally used the AI word for literally everything, and now we have to backpedal on the term? Is it the whole point that we want to be able to create something that can create more robots just arbitrarily? It's going to be, you know, a tough call, sure. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, he is serving lunch? Okay, well, in that case, I'll just walk in. Making the bed. Okay, sure. Ziggy, let's greet him. I don't know who's got the singularity. I mean, I get that that's where we're going as a goal. Sorry, I gotta put the flowers down to do that. There we go. I get that we're going there as a goal, but Ziggy Sweets of mine. There's a trick to you. Oops. You can't even sell the flowers, so I don't know. But it'll make a room nice. It makes this room ever so slightly nicer until it dies. Then it won't be nice. But yeah, we're obviously trying to, as you know, the whole AI industry is approaching this part because everyone is also, the whole industry is all about lying about metrics. I really hate this, but it's effectively like, let's try and figure out how we can, you know, pretend that the whole world is being improved. Everything's moving faster. Everything is like, everyone's 10 times more productive because of all these AI tools. And it's like, at the end of the day, they're all tools. It really depends. You're gonna have to measure on a per industry basis. When it comes to art, I don't think anyone's buying it. I think a lot of people are really averse against it. What was it? There was a Postal bit of content, and I'm pretty sure people like spotted that they used some AI art in some, at least some promotional material, maybe even more. Rod Party Guys is no longer a friend. What, he's at 65. What happened there? This charisma is going to take forever, I'll tell you. Let's have a chat because he's got nothing better to do. I don't know much about the Postal game, to be fair, but I saw the AI thing, and I saw a lot of people immediately spot it, yell it out, you know, like, I'm not too, like, fussed either way about what happens if they're using AI or not, but what I say is that you gotta make it look good. It's gotta be good looking, and there's a remarkable lot of... Hi, can I talk to him, or is he just... He did not want to talk in the bathroom. He didn't want to talk in the bathroom. There's a lot of trash-looking AI stuff. I think a lot of people have seen the Call of Duty Black Ops 7. What are we up to now? A lot of people have seen some of the graphics that they've created using AI for that game, and they go, ew, why didn't you pay an artist? Multi-billion-dollar company. Which is always a weird one. The Steam page doesn't mention AI being used. I do think that you should mention it in this case. Mostly because I think it's something people want to know, in the same way as people want to know whether you have microtransactions or other sort of, I guess people will call it predatory, but if you've got those kinds of things, people want to know ahead of time. And I think it's good that platforms force developers to be quite clear about what they're, you know, what they're putting in their games. They actively deny... Okay, if they're denying it... Running with Scissors is a very mixed bag, because on the one hand, I dig some of the games they've made, and on the other hand, they made Postal 4 and pretend that it's totally not another Postal 3. He's really... what the heck? He really wants to... Is it social to swim? It's a silent body increaser, though. Postal 4 is way more... I guess there's that. But it is also... jank. It's a janky game. Postal 2 is clunky, but it's not a buggy mess. It just kind of happens. Oh, I want to chat to Ziggy. I want to chat to him. Let me shake your hand. Let me get out of the... What the heck? I can't deal with him. I can't deal with him. Oh my gosh, Ziggy is gonna die in my pool. Is he gonna leave on me? Because I need a flirt. I need to get the thing up just a little bit more. I could chat to him just a tad bit more. I really want that. Okay, well, he's at 98 and he wants to leave, so I don't know. Seems fine to me. I watched the full release of Vid's Civi 11 made of Postal 4, and it seems pretty fun. I feel like it's got its, you know, its charms and quirks. Pathfinding? What is happening here? But at the end of the day, you know, in the same way as like Serious Sam 4, I came out of it with a more positive mindset than maybe most people. But there's a lot of jank, there's a lot of ugh in it, and it's just like, why? Why are they like this? It's fine if you want to admit, hey, you know, like, this is just how we sort of aim to make games nowadays, and unfortunately the scale is massive, and we're really, you know, we struggle to, you know, iron out all those bugs and stuff. I get it if you want to just admit to it, that kind of stuff. But obviously them saying, oh, you know, we didn't use AI tools here. What are you talking about? It's like, Civia's in Postal 4. Part of me maybe reads that a little bit conflict of interesty, but, you know, I'll take your word for it. I mean, you can still enjoy the game, but just what I mean is that, like, you know, like, if he's in the game, then he obviously is going to sort of try to really enjoy the game to its fullest. I really hope it's a genuine opinion still. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know, if I was in the game, I'd be like, I don't know, I'd just be promoting it as opposed to, like, giving you a very, very honest take. I mean, it's still, like, oh, something I'd enjoy. Oh my gosh, I leaked the shower. He's been making videos for postal stuff for that. I mean, still, but I still feel like, not necessarily asking for a disclaimer, but I still feel like I cannot fully, I guess, take your opinion as, like, you know, you don't have a hard, like, unbiased there. I guess the thing is that maybe I need to watch more about it. Obviously, there'll be Postal 4 clips that I've seen where it's like, oh, you know, like, it looks fine here, and then there's other clips I see where it's like, it's a game. It is indeed a game. One of the games of all time, to be fair. But at the end of the day as well, like, he definitely doesn't hide it. Yeah, that's fine. That's all fine. But yeah, it's like, you know, end users are very mixed on AI. I think a lot of people are confused. A lot of people, like, the people who you see who are angry about it and will just, like, shout down every single usage of AI, they are a very minority use case. I think they are just as minority as the crowd, probably a larger crowd, than the ones who, like, praise its use and everything and investigate it and everything. Because, real talk, there is so much astroturfing. There are so many bot accounts out there that are just like, AI this, AI that, check it out, AI is amazing, and it's like, you are just a robot. Sometimes you are literally the language model that you are promoting. It's all like, no one can catch you for doing, you know, this kind of, like, I guess, recursive promotion. If you use AI to promote AI, then, you know, like, it's just like, oh, you know, no conflict of interest. I'm just using the tools, and it's just somehow convincing so many people to use it, you know. But I'm like, that's shady. Anyone who participates in that, by the way, it's like, it's a bit scummy. I don't like it. Should we continue chatting up people? Is this going to be another friend who's on the border? It might be. It's pretty obvious they're trying to manufacture uses for AI. Well, exactly. Like, I point to the Samsung ads that are just like, imagine the things that you could use AI for. That's how awesome our phone is. And it's like, why not, like, yeah, it's like, why not have a cool use case? Obviously, people, like, I think the classic one I have is, like, you know, AI analytics. And a part of me is just like, why don't you just, like, have, you know, like, data analytics full stop? We don't, so many of these are not. See what I mean about bots? These guys go to every video. Am I on a list? Because it happens to every video. It's like, am I on a list, or do they just browse through everything and they go, oh, look at that guy with 3 streamers. He'd love more subscribers. And then, like, in 5 minutes, suddenly, like, all the, you know, bots that were sort of sitting on the chat disappear all of a sudden, and it's like, oh. It always happens. If there was a cool AI use case, I feel like they've already... Alright, so there's a handful of cool AI use cases. There's obviously, like, I think a lot of people really do like ChatGPT, which I think generally does a better job than Google ever did in somewhat a context. Lemon gets it all the time. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's an Australian thing. Because a lot of... I mean, all of those are Russian sites, I believe. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they target the Russian time zones, which would be me a bit more often than not. There he goes. He wanders off. Oh, I need another block, don't I? Wherever the block's gone. There we go. But you know, I dig ChatGPT from a somewhat fundamental level. There's obviously execution problems, and obviously there's ads in it now. It's getting worse. Point is, they wouldn't need to make up use. Oh, 100%. And by they, this is a collective they, because I think there's some companies where obviously it's, you know, their product stands on itself. There's a reason why Diffusion AI... Diffusion AI? Whoever makes Stable Diffusion, I forget the name of that company. Stability AI, sorry. Stability AI clearly sells itself. They make a product, they release it, and they're obviously getting just investor money and just writing it, because there's obviously no... there's no, I guess, growth beyond that. But, like, you know, they do a good job trying to, like, one-up the market by making... you know, free open source models for image and video generation now, and all that stuff. There's other ones as well. Other kinds of AI content creation generally do okay. Obviously, then, AI content creation depends on, I guess, first of all, the cash inflow. I think there's a lot of researchers and other kinds of smart people working on Stability AI purely because it's kind of getting some neat results, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily say commercially I'd use it, but... hey, you know, it's cool tech. I definitely like that. From an end user, then it's like, yeah, commercially, I don't really like using it. So I would probably say, yeah, on the inverse, Stability AI probably should just be a research company. They should just get money to do research. I'm cool with that. That's obviously going to happen. I could be doing a relationship, but I could also just be hammering the stone. How much? 1,500? It's all 1,500. Keeps making a lot from these blocks. Which I know it's 500 to buy the block, but still, that's 1,000 every time he does it, which is almost as fast as my actual income. And his creative is 9, so who knows how good it'll be at the end. Oh no. No, we're good. We're good. What happened? Everything's all good. Check the Steam page for... I assume they took... I don't know if they cancelled the game. I saw people maybe teasing that they did that. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, no, they cancelled the game. Okay. Well. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than Running with Scissors needs to, like, curb their PR department better. Because, yeah, no, they used to... they got very antsy at some people on Twitter like a year or two ago. I don't know why. I know it's just their PR, but I don't imagine it's a very big company. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, there's so many other companies. Obviously, you're right, where it's like there's tons of... also, yeah, like, how far are you in development if you cancelled it over that? And also, is it worth it? I always feel weird about cancelling projects, because usually that implies to me that you don't have the funds to finish it. Like, you literally cannot finish it. But, like, if it's bad PR right now, you know, Marathon is still happening. That's a max creativity right there as well. You know what that means. It's still 1,500. Maybe the next block will be worth more, but I'll put the block down and he can do other stuff. Seriously, max creativity. He's been chiseling away. He's gotten there in the end. So we'll just do the use here. It's a very weird situation. That is a weird one. I'd need to know more before I can really, like, provide an opinion. I say I max creativity. I max creativity on the character who doesn't need to max creativity. But you know what? We can switch over. I've got charisma up to 8, so, you know, we're closer on that one. And logic only needs to go to 4. It's not too far off. Obviously, having $20,000 is still going to take its time, but the promotion will be good, and obviously the last stage of the career is always a well-paying step. So that's sort of where you go. I think the party then comes right at the end, so... I know of it, but that's it. I'm sort of not really opining on lots of new game announcements and stuff, because I, one, anticipate a lot of stuff with the Game Awards about to happen. It'll be Wednesday my time, won't it? Yeah, I think it'll be Wednesday. It's made by the W40K. Oh, the Bolt Gun devs. Oh, hopefully it's okay. I gotta play that game. I gotta play it, so... But yeah, with the... You know, yeah, lots of AI companies do lie about what well, not lie, but they oversell what they're really doing. And obviously, hey, you invested in building a tool and building a program stack. So obviously, you probably want to see a return on it, which means you're not going to say it, you know, it's bad or anything. But yeah, I was expecting the bills to be a bit. You can pay the bills without being tired, right? Yeah, slightly better pedigree than Bullet Paradise. That is fair. That is fair. True. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, like, you know, eventually people will stop being so hyped about AI. People will just think, oh, you know, whatever. I think it's because the technology seems quite new, and it also seems like it is the AGI. It is that stage where suddenly we can replace all the humans, because humans are silly and fallible. I think that's the term. Obviously, human beings have a certain error rate. That's the obvious goal, is that we can replace everything with humans. We've been trying to chase this with self-driving cars forever. It's really been a long-term goal to have that. AI is... Well, exactly, because they're not freaking, like, proven algorithms. They're not algorithms that are 100% deterministically doing the right thing. They are all prediction systems. They are... Every single one of these predicts that it might do the right thing. And obviously, if you think to yourself, well, predictive systems is pretty okay for things that are exploratory. I'm going to answer that phone first. I wonder if it's telling me what my goals are. Do you canoe? Sure. You know what? I think... Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly, there's that. I mean, we still haven't yet hit the stage where... You know, like, AI models deployed in the wild are trained dynamically. There's a lot of ones where it's like they use the, you know, they cyclically use the training data from real examples and ratings. Every time you use ChatGPT and you hit the thumbs up, you're doing, you know, you're giving them useful metrics into saying, hey, this is a valid thing I want to see more of in the next model. But at the end of the day, you're also asking, you know, for a system to... I don't know where I was going with this. I've just been rambling. What is happening here? Is there another friend who's, like, dropping off? Well, I ain't picking it up. Who is the one family friend? Is it the mum? It is the mum. So I'll need to make sure I've got that kind of up to speed as well. There we go. What are we doing? I'm gonna pee. Probably buy the fancy shower in a moment. I've stolen your shower seat. I'm sorry. Who keeps whistling outside my ear? But yeah, they're all, you know, they're not 100%, I guess, provable systems. So the whole point of AI models is that maybe eventually, if you throw enough parameters at them, if you make the model ultra super duper wide, it'll eventually have so much context and so much hopeful training that all the weights, you know, even out into such a way, and you know, your program will become significantly more reliable. Teresa. Because Teresa's on... Teresa? Chantal, hold on, wait a minute. There we go. Go for it. Nope, she peed on the floor. That's okay. How much is the shower? Oh, I can afford the shower. Easy. Listen, this is called speedrunning. It's called peeing while the maid's here. There you go, she'll come over. There we go, all good. Because this thing is quick. This thing is very, very nice. But the kids can't use it for some reason. Is he really going for more? He's going for more. Oh, she peed in the middle of her food. The kids are gone. They are gone, true. Oh, the maid's in the way. There you go. Now I gotta do this again. Oh, I've just put it on the floor. She's probably gonna go for the food. And I don't particularly need the food. But I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm just gonna eat the food. Oh, she's just over there. Why? Be social. Come over here. Eat the food with me. Yuck? Sup, Tom? How you doing? Alright, well, she's just gonna be dirty. She's just gonna... Oh my gosh, and now she's going to pee. Okay, time for a charisma check over here. I mean, there is... Oh, so I thought that was a fire for a moment. I was like, what? No, we are not swimming. We are going to chat with our lifelong friend. Tom is home, that is true. I say lifelong friend, I met most of these people last week. There we go. So we're getting all the friends back up just a bit more, just to give a bit of a buffer. Meanwhile, Jennifer really needs to build up that charisma. Just burp in front of her. Oh my goodness. But yeah, obviously the end goal for the AI stuff is either we achieve the utopia somehow, which seems like we're ages away given that we're how many years into the AI experiment? At least 3 with the mass-marketed commercial big AI experiments. At least another 4 with the amount of research that's gone into it. The hundreds of billions to maybe even trillions of dollars of investments, which obviously will come out of the end users' pockets, because obviously every single human being on Earth will spend tens of thousands of dollars annually on the funding of AI. Right? Right? Totally. Yeah, they totally will. And the worst part as well, with the freaking, we mentioned Micron a little earlier. The thing with Micron, is she just leaving? She's just leaving because she's bored? Wow. Wow. It's only 4 PM. I'm bored, to be fair, but that's different. I did trap her in a bathroom, though. Okay, well, she's at 8.5. She's getting there. Comfortable couch. What can I say? But yeah, no, I probably need a day off work to get the last bit of charisma. The kids went to grade school. So, immediately after moving to the new place, the kids, they go to grade school the moment you get, like, they have an A grade. Grade school. Prep school is when you start. Grade school is like, I assume it's like boarding school until like high school. Which is like weird because it's like, oh, they're out of my life forever. Yeah, in theory I could call someone, but it's like, you know, let's make the progress for money. This is fun. I think. Is sculpting fun? Maybe it isn't. And then also I had to pay $1,500, which I did for the first kid, and then the second kid they were like, oh, you don't have enough money. We're just going to steal your TV, which is worth way more than $1,500. I was a little upset about that. It's a highway robbery right there. But now we're just getting the house slightly more furnished because it kind of looks like I only buy the bare essentials. I'm going to need a chessboard eventually, so I'm going to make money there. But if he's not tired, you'll see the fruits of my labor right here. The bear, yes, because there is a bear skin on the floor. I believe you can light this fire if you want. You may notice the bare essentials include no lighting. There's lighting out the front. But, not the rest of the place. So anyway, so I mentioned Micron. Obviously, we had the news this week of Micron pulling out of the consumer-branded Crucial products. I think it's less dramatic than maybe I originally thought. But certainly, it's still quite big. Crucial, the consumer lineup for Micron has not particularly been doing amazingly. Crucial's brand has been particularly on consumer SSDs and memory sticks. Most people do not buy Crucial's memory sticks. I just don't see a lot of people really going for it. Obviously, you might go like, oh, but what about like G-Skill or Team Force or Corsair, all that stuff. And they might source Micron memory, so they inevitably will just buy the memory anyways, instead of Micron making it themselves. And that probably is what's still happening. That's always going to happen still. For SSDs, again, actually, I don't think G-Skill or Corsair do make SSDs. But there's other ones. Kingston, who else makes SSDs? Well, I guess Samsung, but Samsung obviously do it themselves. I'm actually curious about Kingston, how much they do themselves as well. Point is that there's tons of SSD and RAM, I guess, you know, end product on the shelf companies that it's not necessarily the end of the world just because Micron themselves are not doing it themselves. But it does kind of mean, hey, that's one fewer player, and especially in a world where people could source. I think what is happening is that obviously the deal with OpenAI for Hynix and Samsung doesn't mean Micron is actually getting any of that. So that means Micron now has increased demand because all the companies that aren't, or like that did want to buy the memory directly from Samsung and Hynix, now can't as much. But Micron's still there. So Micron's now just got increased load from, you know, Enterprise and all that other stuff. I think what they've probably done is the same thing, you know, like the other companies did. It's like, well, Enterprise are higher bidders. We will naturally just serve them first. It is a bit of a doozy, though, because obviously, if I'm a startup, how do I afford anything? How do I, like, get my foothold if it's all the expensive parts that I have to do, that I have to buy? And then, obviously, like, you know, for things that end up in consumer GPUs or consumer laptops or any of that kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, like, what do I do when there is no consumer product anymore? You know, obviously, I think Micron will probably have, you know, when I say enterprise pricing, it's like, well, you buying 2 sticks of RAM, that RAM clearly costs way more than the actual, like, material costs, the production of the sticks themselves in terms of, like, putting the chips on and tuning the sticks and all that. Obviously, like, there is a surplus of cost in every single stage, but I feel like if one of those stages fundamentally starts so much higher than the rest, I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite right. So, does there need to be government intervention? Maybe. A part of me feels like, you know, hopefully, I think in the US they're really talking about the CHIPS Act, and I think it's fair to mention US government law in this one because Micron is an American company. They're based in Boise, Idaho. These statues are still worth 1,500, despite the fact that I've maxed out my creativity. That's okay. You shall sculpt for the rest of your life. Actually, even better, I should probably get Charles back. Yeah, let's get Charles back. Let's get him. Whichever Charles is. Charles Cheeky? Charles Cheeky. Charles Cheeky. And then this seems like a great opportunity to clog the toilet, apparently. Okay. Actually, I think it's probably fair to unclog the toilet. I don't think the maid's gonna do it. Whoa, easy clean right there. I don't know why he keeps walking around all around to do this. Okay. Hit the rock for a bit. This guy will come over kind of soonish. There he is. In this cowboy hat. Thank you, Charles Flowers. And then he gave me a stupid back rub. This dweeb right here. Just keep it easy. Just don't back rub me, please. Happens all the time. But yeah. What is the answer to the AI stuff? Just wait and see, because obviously, where is the money? Who knows? Spend your money on things that are alright. This would be a great plug. If I had like a like a gift shop. A gift shop? A merch store of some kind. I'd be like, here's the hit new Biendeo t-shirts and paraphernalia. Like, that'd be neat, but I don't have any of that. I would really love to like make a tool for open source, and then, well, maybe not for open source. I think open source is quite virtuous. Obviously, as well as like, I would really like to just like sell it to enterprise, not like sell the product such that a company owns it, but rather commercial license it. That would be cool. Just to be able to like have that kind of happening, and then it's like, oh look, that's my income, and then I could just make content and the things that I like, while also making a thing that people will find very, very useful. Where's he going? Well, we got one more charisma. One more to go. This guy's really, really temperamental to talk to. Keeps going in and out of being a family friend. And she's dag-dagging. Yeah, hopefully the good room keeps him into the conversation. Also, I mix up Charles and Rod because they're both wearing the same cowboy hat. Oh, do it. No, we're not tickling. Don't do it. Don't do it. I gotta sneeze. Ah, jeez. The sneeze always happens. So anyways, wait and see on the AI front. Again, hopefully, I really hope this conversation kind of stops at the end of by the end of next year, which is still ages away. I'm still yet to really get into, well, first of all, I haven't gotten into Metroid because it's not arrived on my doorstep yet, which is a bit unfortunate. But it might get here tomorrow, and I'm absolutely gonna binge it. I don't know much, and I don't want to know any more until I play through it. I haven't been looking at gameplay overviews and anything from, and he's gone, but that's okay because he's at 100 and we're kind of set there, so that's fine. But it's not looking great. And I'm not too sure if it's... Here's the thing, here's my expectation. Maybe I should actually say my expectations. So, Metroid Prime 4 is out now. I kind of know roughly where the sentiment lies. But it's a rather flat bell curve, which means that there's a lot of people who are loving it, and there's a lot of people who are not loving it at all, and there's probably just as many people who are in the middle going, well, this is okay. Obviously, Metroid Prime is one of the greatest games of all time. It's critically well regarded. It has like a 4.3 on backlogged. It's, you know, there's lots of aggregation sites where Metroid Prime is really, really up there. Greetings, Blob. How you doing? There's lots of aggregation sites where Metroid is up there. I'm going to turn this thing around because I can't turn this thing around because he's still technically standing on it. So I'm just going to wait until he leaves the room by going to bed, I guess. Sure. But Metroid Prime is incredibly well regarded as one of the greatest games of all time, and certainly one of the best games on the GameCube. And I really, really like it. I think it's my favorite game of all time. Obviously, it's subjective. I can completely get why people don't consider it their favorite game of all time. But certainly, I think so many people unanimously see its merits, see its value, and see what makes Metroid Metroid, and in particular, what makes Prime even one step beyond. You see what I did there? Obviously, Prime 2 is not as well regarded, but I think a lot of people still really, really like it. Prime 3, I drop off a little bit. It's the best Prime since 1. See, that's an interesting take, so I'm gonna have to vet it. Because I do think 2 is more of the same, and it stumbles a little bit. But I played 2 on stream, so you know exactly my thoughts about it. I have yet to play 3 on stream. And it's been a while, so I'll need to re-remind myself before I stream it. But I do remember Prime 3 being... Nah, not as good. I think a part of me is that some of the things I really like about Metroid Prime 1, particularly mixing up your beams and using unique visors, it's not in Prime 3. Prime 3 has its strengths. Also, there's a significant amount of dialogue in 3, which, spoilers, that's something I heard people don't quite like about 4. But, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Mixing up beams was most fun in Magica. True, true, true. But yeah, there's like a general, like kind of, you know, there's a downward trend of the franchise so far. And that, well, I say so far, but obviously when Metroid Prime 3 came out, the next big Metroid was Metroid Other M, which was not very, very well received. Other M, well, maybe not very well, but I think a lot of people rag on it because it certainly doesn't live up to anything that the Prime Trilogy ever did. I think it does some neat things in some places. It's been ages since I played it, so I really can't remember all the details, but I do remember that it has some frustrating parts. I heard that... Okay, here's the thing. Is that I heard that the sidekick's only there for the first hour. Like, he's really just there to sort of guide you through the intro area for a hot moment. And to that I go, is that no different to Prime 3? Because Prime 3 does sort of stick you alongside other characters. Prime 3 really has a really slow intro as well. We'll get into that. Remember as well, Metroid Fusion has the computer that talks to you the entire game. A lot of people rip on Fusion in places for that, and I agree there. But then Fusion has quite a lot of support. I think a lot of people do still really like Fusion overall, and I get that. I'm not going to rip on Fusion. I do think Zero Mission is a ridiculously well-polished game after kind of recently playing it for the first time. The MP4 is a good... No, that's the MP5, is it? There are a few sticking problems. See, okay, so here's the thing. Let's not go into too much detail, though, because I do want to keep my my thoughts quite clear on this one. I want to go in really not knowing too much about how this whole game works. I'm not saying that as like, oh, no talking about your game, no spoilers, but like rather, I'll describe what I know. I've heard stuff about that character. I've heard stuff about the open world a little bit, but only very brief glimpsing thoughts. And I think for me personally, you know, it's been a while. Other M came out, people didn't really like it. Metroid sat dormant for so long. Also, there was Prime Hunters. And Prime Hunters, for some reason, is ragged on a lot. Maybe I should play Prime Hunters first. On stream. Maybe. I do have a lot of thoughts about Prime Hunters. Some people might note there was a very, very old Windows Movie Maker video on my YouTube channel. It's not really about it. It's just me writing a long-ass text crawl, I tell you. The only thing with Hunters is that you gotta be good at doing the DS kind of gameplay. And so that will be a test for me. Because I've not done a DS game on stream, and especially not one that's touchscreen heavy. So that'll be fun, but yeah, no, the franchise sat dormant for a very, very long time. Like, remember, also there was Prime Pinball, but we're not going to count Prime Pinball. Although Prime Pinball is it's a fun game. People like it. Okay, so one thing I saw is that apparently there's a bunch of writers from 343 who worked on Metroid Prime 4, which is a curious twist. I guess I'll have to be the judge. Although I've only played Halo 1, so I can't really judge the 343 Halos. You're the most watched streamer this year. Ah, thank you. I hope everyone who had a Wrapped report of some variety do question how much data all these companies acquire on you. For example, the Discord Wrapped. Dang, 3017. Dang. Let's make it 3018 next year. Yeah, there are a bunch of devs that left Retro to go to the 343. Yeah, true. People always rag on the whole, like, company as well. But honestly, there's probably a lot of people at both of these companies that do amazing jobs at what they do. And then there's just real poor direction at times. Or really annoying writers. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, for reference, the Discord recapped, I had, or what do they call it? I don't know what they call it. I have all my data collection stuff turned off. Oh, yeah. So the objective, just for reference, I've got to get to career 10, and then also I've got to save $20,000. I don't know what save $20,000 means, because I could sell objects in the house, I guess. Nothing deprecates in value, so... Is it deprecate or depreciate? I think depreciate. Deprecate means that it stops working. I know, right? Almost the same. 355 hours. Well, I could definitely tell you, I only stream for like... Well, I say at least 100, but it might be significantly more of this year, given the longer streams, just on average. But yeah, Discord's had the wrapped thing, and I have all the data turned off, so it tells me, oh, we got no data on you, because you have all the data turned off. But it tells my friends every single time I'm ever in a call with them. And I'm pretty sure that is, that's technically tracking info about me, like... They could just say, oh, you were in a call with someone who doesn't want to be tracked, or something like that. Like, start to anonymize me. But, no, they just go for it. They tell me, they tell everyone else what I've got. 30% of the hours, but 67%. It's because I chat with my viewers. Yeah. So we're going to call up Rod. We'll see if we can bring him back into the throw. Rod party guy. There we go. But I don't mind things that are, the end of year wrap things, although there's certainly means to, I guess, the whole point of why these wrap things exist is, it gets people talking about the product again. Everyone talks about Spotify when they talk about their fun rap things, and then, for some reason, also, I like how you got jammed around that. I only have, customized for... Yeah, I don't have any of them, and it's still, like... finds like, oh, we still tracked like all your usage time in the Wordle and all this stuff. And it's like, what? What? Ding dong, another Hat Man. The Hat Man is here. He doesn't have roses though. Don't give me a back rub, we'll just chat. What is bad out here? The room's gone bad. Oh, snap, you gotta replant this all? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's gonna be fun. I'm never gonna get a promotion with this kind of outside, I'll tell you that. So... Let's make sure I fix this up after I get my family friends back. I mean, I'm boosting up Rod here. Randy is at least safe for a moment. I can boost him up a little more. And everyone else is above 80, so hopefully they'll last. Oh, and I need to chat up Mum. But yeah, so with with Prime 4, I do expect... Like, at least in my head, I was thinking this before the reviews came out. I was expecting it to be fine. Partially because I was a bit worried about them restarting development. That's never a good sign. Better than Sims 5 where you have to pay a new microtransaction. I mean, this is a hypothetical game that doesn't exist, but who knows? Who knows? EA, you can always pull a funky on me. Is that maxed? That's maxed? Okay, I don't need to chat to you. You can go. See ya. No. How much am I paying for each of these plants to replant them? $12. Okay. We talked about we're talking about Micron and all that jazz. You know, AI, yeah. Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Yeah, I didn't have too many thoughts about it other than general acquisitions and all that stuff. I have a mixed opinion because sometimes it works out and sometimes it's just like, ugh, it's the worst. Oh, that's so annoying. You gotta buy all these flowers. 12 bucks a pop, but hey, you know, money's kind of plentiful at this point, so we'll get there. Yeah, and I don't know much about the postal game, so but yeah, with Metroid, I'm not expecting it to be fantastic because, yeah, restarting development, it's been so long. I think that there's a lot of aspects about Metroid Prime that there's probably so few people at Retro Studios who worked on those original trilogies, or the original trilogy of games, that I feel like it would be an emulation of what made it cool and good, as opposed to, you know, as opposed to doing its own thing. But I might be genuinely surprised as well. And, but I'm keeping my thoughts open, because I really don't know what to expect. I really don't know, like, what actually is new in the game, or anything. And, that is quite exciting for me. I like the unknown. I like the not having really a great hint as to how it will go. And, I will keep it that way until I start playing it, which will be very, very soon. So, there is that. I've been playing a lot of Dribble in the meantime, I'll tell you, but maybe I'll save that for a later date. You know what else we started development? Hytale. Hytale. I am part of the boat of having no idea what Hytale is, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Oh, you have no clue what it is. Oh, there's a good chance you'll like it from what I've seen. Fishing for information. No, I got no clue about Hytale. I'm gonna hightail and look it up, I guess. It's a spin-off of Hypixel. Honestly, listen, I'm gonna be a boomer about this. I played Minecraft before it was cool. There are some people, they'll say, oh, you know, I've been playing since InfDev, and I'm not that old school, but I did play it, like, the earliest I played it was, like, January 2010. I think I got it, like, quite soon afterwards. I think, like, maybe February. You know, you play the classic mode for a bit, and you go, wow, this is kind of cool, and then you see stuff like, you know, like all the things that happen in the survival mode, and you're like, yeah, I want to be a part of this development. And I'm actually glad Minecraft turned out the way it did, because that's not something that I typically see. Hi, I would like to sleep, actually. That's not something I typically see many of these games, I guess, do, which is get released and turn into a good product. I'm going to save just because we're an hour and a bit in. Now, the creators bought back the rights and restarted development. Oh, because Riot Games... Oh, snap! Riot Games. Dang it, Riot Games. I don't get it when it's like, oh, like, company buys them up. Because most of these companies are not public. Most of these companies are like, well, they just value... Actually, before I cook food, let's do a... No. You gotta pee. You do need to pee and have a shower. So not the same situation as Prime 4. No. RimWorld. Yeah, RimWorld before it's cool. One day you'll play Minecraft and you'll enjoy it, because that game is eternal. That game is gonna last forever. I feel bad. There was I went shopping today, and the lady who served me. If you lady whose name I didn't get, unfortunately, but if you remember me, and it's like you told me my shirt was cool. I had this Okami shirt on, and then I said I was a bit of a poser because I haven't played Okami yet. It's just been rotting in my Steam library. And then I praised her on her Five Nights at Freddy's Christmas shirt. So there you go. There you go. This is how you chat up people in public. That's how you do it. But no, it was good fun. It was good fun. I can't remember the name of the really cool hardcore survival game that's a bit like Minecraft with the block-based stuff. Yeah, probably Vintage Story. I have a bunch of mates who are really going ham at Vintage Story right now. Could just watch TV for the moment. There we go. I wonder if I should just take a day off work to get that charisma up. But I kind of need it for, like, all of it. creativity is still going to take a fair bit. Vintage Story is something I wouldn't want to play. Really gets a... Yeah, I mean, I might play at some point, but yeah, I got a lot that I'm sort of playing through. And it's been a while since I've played through a Minecraft-inspired game, a fairly one. Is it Fet News time? Yeah, we can go for the Fet News time. Go for it. Actually, I need to call up. I need to call up the mum. Can I even call up the mum? Has he even met mum? He has, but... I guess the thing is that building up number 6, oh my gosh. I guess the thing is that since both mum and Teresa are at 0, I could just call Teresa. Also, I have exactly 7 contacts. So it's like it's a bit of a doozy here, I'll tell ya. There we go. Because people enjoy different things, so we would naturally have... I do like that concept, and I've got a mate who's actually really trying to get into MUDs recently, and there's a lot of MUDs where it's like everyone has really weird and unique kinds of roles. But it depends on, I guess, the scope of the game and all that stuff, so... Oh, we're moving out of the great outdoors into the weird indoors. No, 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 no. I think she... stuff it. She's going for the food. She's going for the food. Join in. Grab some food. And I've pushed her out. I've pushed her out. You gotta stand up now. There we go. IDOS Montreal. Yes, IDOS Montreal did recently have layoffs. The CV's ex-employees revealed that a project that sounds very much like a new Legacy of Kain game was in development but cancelled. The report on Reddit, one of those CVs reveals... Dark Fantasy. Yeah, okay, yeah. I saw that story. I mean, it's a sad kind of case where it's like... Especially because they were bought up. And they really weren't doing too much at Square Enix. Obviously... Deus Ex Mankind Divided came out in 2016, and then they proceeded to, hi, I'm in the shower. I'm in the shower. Why are you also considering using the toilet? Oh, I guess you do need to use the toilet. Get out of here. She's gonna want to pee. Gosh, just taking a sweet time getting to pee. No! Just wait your turn. And this just came out ARPG. The studio has also cancelled a sci-fi stealth game. Yeah, a lot of people, I guess, speculate based on the genres. Call her a toque. Hold on. You can't drop slurs like that. She's got such a weird getup as well. Anyways, she's got to be a friend. You think Charisma would... the New Blood remaster came out. Hold on, wait, I'm still talking about the Idols thing. So they were wasting away at Square Enix. They really weren't doing too much because they did do the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I hear people really liked it. I played a little bit and I was like, man, this is really not ticking my boxes on this one. But then, yeah, obviously being bought by Embracer Group, including the franchises that they had made. So, obviously, Tomb Raider was part of the mix. Yeah, Deus Ex was in the mix. Am I really tired already? No. You are going to switch it up like Nintendo here. You're going to get your energy back, and you're gonna chat up the geisha. Geisha? She's going for a quickie swim, I tell ya. You're just gonna try and talk with her. There we go. Look at that. Good timing. Nope, never mind. Didn't want to talk. My laminate. Keep talking about dolphins. It's good fun. But yeah, they didn't really get to do anything at Embracer Group. And so, I don't know, like, what was the point of Embracer Group buying any of this? Is it literally, and here's a very cynical take, is it literally investor spam? Okay, we're not friends yet, but it was okay. Is it literally investor spam? You buy a company to sit on, well, yeah, you buy a company, you sit on IPs, you effectively gain the revenue of, you know, working on stuff like that, and then just, I don't know, you should probably just release a game at the end of the day. So if you didn't release a game and all these people are leaving and you're probably going to axe the studio, what was the point? Why does anyone trust you for buying these companies up? I don't get it. I don't really get it. But I really hope it's not just public investment funny money, basically. So, hi, I'm done with that. Trust, they got my... Well, yeah, like Embracer Group's got... Oh, they don't need trust, well, I guess, but... At some point, again, every single one of these companies, you've got to make stuff. You've got to make product. You have to exchange the capital and make something that improves the world in some way, shape, or form. You write that off as a loss, so you have to pay... I guess, I see that. As I remember seeing, and this is a slight politics take, but it's like, I remember seeing someone say a person who makes $65,000 in the US earns less than a person who makes $28,000. And obviously, like, that's government bonuses and stuff. But the sentiment is still there, where it's like, there shouldn't be a min-max. There shouldn't be like, oh, you know, like if you just meander around and pretend to make something, but don't really make something, you'll make money. Like, that shouldn't happen. Companies should really be taxed like, I guess, well, how do I put it? The taxes should be quite progressive, and it shouldn't really matter how much you're, like, spending, like, losses. It's like, well, if you're making a loss, then you're making a loss. I don't know. Like, do you get money back? Do you get government subsidies because you're making a loss? I don't know. I don't know how that really works. I'd need to see exactly what how exactly they're making money or not making money, depending on how that works. I keep waking up early here. If I own a small studio that's decently successful and I was wanting to make good games, my integrity might not provide me... Well, yeah, I think a lot of people, you know, like... And to be truth be told, I have fallen prey to, like, how would I say fallen prey? I have done things that have been, like, not particularly meaningful in any regard, in the sense of, like, you know, stuff gets thrown out, stuff is just, like, it's not really, you know, no one's going to use this, this is all just a write-off, but I got paid a good salary doing it. Like, I've had that happen, and I think it's very, very, very easy for anyone to fall into that. And not even just fall into that as in, it's not the worst to fall into it, but it just does depend on, well, you know, what are you feeling at the time? I think for some people, like, obviously, if you have one of these, quite a lot of the times of the payouts, it's like the average person gets... like, you know, like $250,000 on average. If you worked at Embracer Group and someone bought out the company, I guess the average person getting $250,000 US dollars as well would be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Because your IP is like, you know, IP is IP. It's just like, well, someone's got to own the capital somewhere. So you're shifting the capital over. You're selling that. So it's interesting. These studios are about it. People prefer fulfilling work. If you know you're doing it, meaningless people will do something else for less pay. Generally, and I think one problem that we find in this world is that we're finding a lot of big budget games, that is what they do, is that the people who are still working on it are the people who just are very happy to get the bigger paychecks instead of, I guess, the integrity of the game itself. And then... yeah, it's like, well, what are we doing here? We've now hired not the best people for the job. Depends on how much difference... yeah, certainly, like, you know... you'll find case by cases where it's like sometimes it varies a fair bit. But yeah, like obviously when you do that, you're not hiring the best people. And the best person is not the person who is the most skilled, and it's not necessarily the person who is the highest paid. It's the person who is the most motivated to the end product and who will see everything through. Those are the kinds of people that you really need to hold on to. And I'm saying this generally, but like there's a lot of companies out there that do not value the retention of a really long-term employee. And that's why every time I keep going, hey, check how many people work in the game industry who have been at the same company for a significant amount of time. There are people. We keep talking about freaking Todd Howard, who's fairly on the money and has stuck with Bethesda for as long as he has. Even after all, I mean, to be fair, they give him very free reign to just do what he does. So there's that. Japan, yeah, Japan's very, very, you know, consistent on that front. So a lot of people will stay on there for quite a while. I'm going to call up Mother Teresa. Quick, get in there before the food's gone. Is that a yes or a no? I wasn't paying attention. Was that like a... she was thinking about, but she wants to watch the plants grow? Oh no, she's here. Any thoughts on Blood Refreshed? None. I know we talked about it existing, but that's kind of it. I haven't seen any reviews. I haven't really seen any of the feedback of it. All I know is it's another Blood remaster, and I already own a Blood remaster, and I hate that people make me have to pay for this again. That's the reason why I didn't buy the Bulletstorm remaster, or the System Shock 2 remaster, or the Crisis remaster, just because that game runs fine on my computer. I don't need it again. I really don't need it again. The BioShock remaster, the Borderlands remaster, I got those for free, so I don't have to worry about it. There's a big part of what people... Is it still inaccurate? I guess that's the case. I gotta have one of these showers and I need to have some fun. Dude, Betty has dropped off my radar. I lived with her and now I don't know she exists. But yeah, Mum's not a family friend as well, so that means... but even then, that shouldn't mean anything, because yeah, we've got Teresa, who's almost about to be a family friend. And then Rod, Charles, Ziggy, Peter, Chantal, Teresa, Randy. That's my 7, so... unfortunately, it still isn't Buggy. You didn't live with her. You chose... Was it not Betty? Who did I live with? Was it... It's not Woody. She's just gone, whoever I lived with. Oh no, it was Layla. Yeah, it was Layla. I remembered a weird hairdo. Isn't that weird that I'm more friends with Betty right now? She keeps coming over to my fancy mansion, but I don't have anything to do here, you know? And you've body blocked me. You jerk. Oh my gosh, I need a pee. I need a pee, please. Amanda, please. You're probably developing... I guess, but... I don't like buying things. Oh my goodness, I just want to chat. I don't like buying things that are like... to people... Listen, I've been disappointed in Night Dive for a bit. I'd like that stuff, but again... I'm not buying System Shock 2 Remastered again. That's kind of scummy, guys. Turok 3 is kind of expensive as well. Please, I just want to chat. Stop swimming. Because we're not friends yet. There we go, now we're friends. Development time I meant on the situation. Well, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, we see this through. And Night Dive have done this. They've come through. They've provided updates for games, you know, to breathe a bit of new life into them and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. I feel like they're not infallible. Oh, I'll use that word again. Night Dive have done a lot of good stuff. They're still in my good graces in some regard. But I do believe they need to value the good job and the good work. And just because they have a Blood remaster doesn't mean one. They should keep charging me for it every time. But also, I did buy Duke Nukem 3D again, though. I guess there's that, so maybe I'm a sucker there. Are all the plants dead? No. Why is my mood bad? Who is the sleepy one? I'm the sleepy one. At 8 PM, because I keep waking up at midnight or something. Or at 5 AM. Just like in real life. Oh, I'm at 100. Yes, okay. She can go. She can go. You are free to go. There was a really good looking Banjo-Kazooie fan game released in Dreams recently. Dreams as in the one where Wario drives off a cliff, Dreams? Is that the one every single time? I keep trying to recall. And I'm shocked that that game has, like, the ability to build something very, very spectacular out of it. Every time I see some things that are actually really cool. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where Wario drives off a cliff. I'm always amazed that people, like, really, really, like, flesh out on that one. But, hey, you know, it's great. It's great, I tell ya. Listen, out of all the games that could get PC ports... You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. I could keep talking to the mirror for a bit. Or I could fix my sleep schedule. I don't think I need to fix my sleep schedule, though. I'm gonna be stuck at this weird late time for a while, and there's nothing I can really do other than wake up and cook, or have the same food. Oh my gosh, this last bit of charisma takes forever, though, I'll tell ya. I feel like going aggressive into getting the stat all the way through, because I mean, yeah, we're an hour 42 into the stream, an hour 41, and I'm still gonna get that last creativity level. Logic shouldn't be that bad, and honestly, you know, I might as well buy it now while we're at it. Chess. Whoops. Not with the couch, unfortunately, but with the Emperor dining chair. Little interesting facts about Suda51. Well, on record to mention that there's an early PS2 Grasshopper game you'd like to return to. Michigan Report from Hell. Okay, that'd be neat. I honestly haven't played any Suda51 game, and I probably should just play, like, Killer 7. Is that them? That was them, right? Or him, rather. I have not heard of Michigan Report from Hell. I haven't really played his games, though, unfortunately. Also, with No More Heroes in. Okay, we're almost there. Doopa 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 doopa. Every time it's like, have a shower. Oh my gosh. Every time it's like, have a shower and I see clean, it's like, no, you should clean before you go in, because then you'll get more clean afterwards. Michigan was an interesting one because you are the cameraman for a news crew investigating stuff. And then Resident Evil style stuff happens. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'd have to give some reading up on it. So that'd be neat. But again, that's like, I guess this kind of ties in with the Metroid thing. Oh, and you control your show on camera. That's fun and interesting. It's nice and different. This ties in with the Metroid thing where it's like, I think it's very easy for... it's hard for new games, because new games compete against old games all the time. And the only reason why new games still sell ridiculous amounts is because there's a lot of old games you cannot play anymore. Which sounds like artificial scarcity, but it's like... A lot of game devs kind of take pride in, like, not having to worry about, you know, all these old games existing and taking too long. That's why I feel like Nintendo's being a bit slow on porting GameCube games to the Switch 2 platform. How many of them are on? They're on 4 now still? I think it's 4, I think, which is a bit of a low number given they launched with 3. Soon we'll get, we did get F-Zero GX though, didn't we? It's quite a deep cut from... Oh yeah, everyone likes a good old deep cut. So in theory I do need to boost Randy up, and then, I don't know, we're kind of at this point where it's like, some of the other ones that I could boost up a bit more, need a bit more boost. But I feel confident enough that I could probably skip a day of work. And just boost the stats for a moment. But okay, if I'm done there as well, I might as well buy the bookshelf. Bum, 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 bum. Also, look at this, the Meat Major Domo. Trained to cook, clean. That's right, the robot monkey butler. If you had the money. $15,000 is a lot of dollars, and we're sort of working our way up to 20 grand anyways. But it does solve your problems in some variety, so at least there's that. But no, I just need a bookshelf. Speaking of old games, they announced a Kingsfield. Oh yeah, I saw the name of the game. It's called was it Queen's Dominion? What the heck as well? Hold on, Queen's Domain they called it, yeah, which is very tongue-in-cheek. I feel like they call me Asmongold. There's a dead roach in my room, and I don't know how. He's only been there for the past hour. He was not there when I started the stream, but he's just there on his back under my desk, and I'm like, what is going on there? It's that time of year. I don't have a cat though, unfortunately. No, I got no pets. It's that time of year where every insect tries to crawl into my house because it's warm, I guess. Which is kind of annoying to deal with. So I've lined a lot of surfaces with bug spray. So if you try to walk in through where all the entrances are, they often cop too much of the of the spray, and then they die at some point. But it's very, very weird for them to get into my room like this. Very odd. Very odd. Maybe I have a cat. I do know of neighbors with cats, so maybe there's that. I mean, I am just reading for... it is trying to feed... Maybe, but unfortunately it's a cockroach. That doesn't seem like a good thing to be feeding me. Does the cat not know that I just like my fried chicken, you know? I'm not in the mood to sculpt. Oh, okay, okay. I know our social's going down quite a fair bit. No, 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 no. You're gonna commit to watching TV. Actually, bonus points. You are going to watch TV with your spouse. Rayman 1 inspired platformer just demoed on Steam called Connie, in the essence of chaos. I appreciate these kinds of games being made. I do need to... I tried playing quite a bunch of indie games this year, and it never really quite clicked for me in a deep way. I never played one that was, I guess, really fancied my itch. But who knows? I guess there's a lot of indie games out there. Yeah, I was just thinking he needs to go to the toilet. Alright, you're gonna sculpt, dang it. And she's gonna get told that she missed a day of work. I know the charisma's sort of almost there as well, but I'm like, sculpting will be good, because sculpting is not fun, apparently. What are you doing? Have dinner? I guess the food went bad. I guess there's that. But yeah, there's really, I don't know, man. Just keep studying. If you want some old games, I have some fan translation news for you. Oh, the fan translation news. Here we go. We're doing nothing but gaining skills right now. This is skill gaining hour right here. Gosh, getting to 10 in skills is always like a slog, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it, I guess. What cooking is that? 5. Wow. I will say I do have spiders in the house. And not like big spiders, although maybe they are big and I just haven't seen them. How much is this one? Oh, also 1500, okay. So maybe the spiders are helping me out with the roaches here. But that's not a good sign. Hilltop Works, you know them if you think of working on translating a trio of PS2 games based on the manga, anime, Gunslinger Girl. There you go. Working on manga animes. Or rather, translating games based on them, rather. I do wonder, here's one thing actually, we're talking about AI and all that stuff, and it's like, I do wonder how effective machine translations will get, because I don't know if anyone's seen the Amazon machine translations for animes, and the results are terrible, and it's not because, like, oh, the AI doesn't know what it's doing. It's that they don't know what they're doing. This is not an AI problem. This is a company has no idea what they're pumping out. They put out the feature, it looks good on paper, and then they... It's not specifically that one, although I don't know what the anime itself was called, but I kept saying clips from 2 animes, and they both had the exact same thing, because it's an auto-dub feature. It's something that's chosen in post. So the anime goes up, no dub, and Amazon enables this feature that allows... I assume they bake it, so they're not dynamically computing it every single time someone watches the show, but, like, they just hit the button on the show and call it a day. It's not that they curated all the stuff for the show. They just hit the button, and that's it. That's their AI tool in action, basically. And it's dreadful. Oh yeah. Like, people should reconsider their life choices if they signed off on that. If you develop the feature, you're doing what you were told to do, whatever. But if you design the feature, sorry, not design. If you intentionally continue to sell that as a product, and it's your call, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're really dragging down the industry on this one. And obviously, really obviously, no one is buying Amazon Prime just to listen to AI dubs. Or a little more. They're like pushing over the edge. And maybe someone points at one person. Okay, is it worth the investment for one person? That's what I feel. These results are not particularly appealing either, of course. Alright, we're going to make sure Jenny goes to work. So... Jenny's unfortunately going to have to eat as much as possible and chat as much as possible. This is actually surprisingly fulfilling, though. Other than she's got to be good by what? Oh my gosh. 5 PM. So that should be fine. Should be fine. Go for, yeah, keep doing the sculpture, I don't know. There we go. For now, I think, human-made translations... Well, I don't even knock machine translations, just in general. I think that we can get some real solid progress out of things. What I would love is, because I know, I know it's hilariously called AI service, but in RetroArch, where you can hit FA and then it calls out to a web API which does an OCR detection of text and then puts screen translations on screen. It generally works well. I would love for that to get even better. So maybe if it's like recreating fonts or other things like that, being better able to pick up pixelated fonts because it's kind of shoddy at times. That kind of stuff would be great. But I would also love to locally host it because I keep calling out to an external service to do it, and it's like, oh, it takes its time. It's a bravo. It's a bravo. Jennifer, if you want to retire in style, you gotta retire with a big boat. It says, hey, look at me. I've got money to blow. Know what I mean? Yeah, okay. There's gonna be patches soon for a trilogy of Idol Master games on the PSP. Oh, that's neat. There'll be a lot of stuff there. I've got some solid ones. So actually, oh, bonus points. Actually, I could probably boost the social if I do the chess set, which I know is going to interrupt the chiseling, but... So if I join in on this, we both get logic, which is a bit moot. Get logic half the time, but the social goes up, so... Coincidentally enough, someone released the first Idol Master set on RA like yesterday, but it was for the other trilogy of Idol Master games. Doesn't have patches. It's a racing sim rhythm game hype. I like them rhythm games. Okay. I guess I'd also need to look into that one. Wow, you beat him. Okay, well, you're a bad sport. You go back to reading books. Actually, bonus points, you probably should call up Randy, because he is going to drop off the face of the planet otherwise. Randy, what's on the flash drive, Randy? 33 days. Spider World got a translation and record time. That is a very quick one. That's what I always hope out of, you know, like, can we make it easier for people to do translations, and good translations at that. Obviously, the quality still needs to be good. But like, that's the goal with getting more things translated, is not everyone can learn a language, and not everyone can learn the nuances of the language to really, like, you know, derive the meaning all the time. So, I mean, this is the one logic level right here, so there's nothing really too weird about that. I should probably be able to max all these out in the next day, because I think creativity and charisma are, at least in the last, like, kind of stretch. So, someone was working on another patch. They're suspicious of this patch being done so quickly. I mean, if you're good, you know, it could be the case, but I guess we'd have to truly know the inner workings. There we go. Everyone's above 75, so the odds of people gonna drop off, not being a family friend, is very low. So all I've really got to do is just boost those skills up, and then we get money, which, I don't know, there's probably a handful of things I could sell. I don't have the rug back, though. I will probably get told off for that. I wonder if they're, like, looking for the house worth as well. So it's, like, actually 20,000 above the original house worth. Oh, you can see a bunch of these flowers are about going bad as well. Oh, they all went bad just as I looked at them. Oh, no. But some of these are. Who knows? Why are you going to pee with, like, that kind of... He's got really nothing to do, does he? Oh, because he went swimming, of course, yeah. I leave him alone for one moment, he just goes swimming, so... as no content warning, trigger warning, game contains detection of nasty dictators. Everyone does, like, their own... Oh, is he really just going to bugger off? I think he's buggering off. Oh, no. I can chat with him. Chat with him. I've walked around the pool just to chat with you. And I don't know where he's walking. I want to keep chatting, dang it. This is what you got, so... But the end of the year is nigh. It's upon us almost. So I hope you've all been doing your Christmas shopping. If you buy presents for lots of people, good they chose to not censor. I honestly, if something's old and historical, I don't think it should be changed at all for historical reasons. It's like, you know, it exists. It is what it is at the time, and even then, it's like, you know, whatever. It's like there's a reason why that's the case. I'm very worried about that dead roach in the corner. That just seems very odd. Where did he come from? He must have like dropped down from something. I swear. Maybe my commentary has been that dry. And instead he's gone for a swim. Yeah, I don't know, let's just sleep it off. If Persona 2 can have the one dude, I guess I would need to play Persona 2 to know the one dude, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, a lot of these flowers have died, I think. They look like they're dying. Maybe they're just two different kinds of plants. It's very odd. But yeah, no, it's still been a solid year, other than all the AI stuff taking over the world, of course. The patch for Sega Gaga is almost done. I gotta pay my bills at some point. So I think my person's gotta go to sleep. There you go. Still making money. But yeah, hopefully the promotion... Yeah, you did tell me about Sega Gaga, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna lose all my money because of this. It happens. Alright, time to sleep. Time to sleep. You going to sleep? There you go. Game is set in 2025. What was the one? Street Fighter 2010. That one's a fun one. He seems like he's ready to wake up in a moment, so... There we go. Yeah, 2010, that's the one. It was like a game I played recently, and it took place in the futuristic year of, like, Earth Defense Force, that's what it was. Specifically the second one. It takes place in the futuristic year of 2019. Where hopefully the world is not under threat. Yep. Alright, so the goal of today is we're gonna get all the skills. We need to get the skills. Which should be good. Should be good and fine. I have a feeling that I think you need the money and then you need to do the house party. So either I'm gonna need the money from somewhere. But I'm curious how good the promotion is. And then obviously, like, you can just, you can just make sculptures for a living. I've got 2 people who have max creativity, or almost max. Speaking of max, Formula 1. Oh, Dust, the Boomer Shooter, is getting a dungeon crawling. I did see that one, though. That's neat. Speaking of max, he didn't win World Championship. So, maybe next year, but he seems like a solid winner out of this all. I should have mentioned this one. I was like, oh, we got the Formula 1. But yeah, no, the Formula 1 season is over for the year. It's been a solid season. I think it's been fairly solid. There's been quite a bunch of good, fun moments across the year for really every team, unless you're Alpine. Listen, I'm an Alpine fan, and I'm just like, man, they just had nothing this year. They really had nothing. Esteban Ocon and Haas, they had quite a... I say Esteban Ocon, even though Ollie Behrman actually had quite a real solid season. Him and Isaac Hadjar, the 2 rookies who actually did significantly better than their teammates. So good on both of them for really making great results for being brand new. I'll go easy on Gabriel Bortoletto. He did all right in the Sauber team. But Nico Hulkenberg, the super sub, has done a tremendous job this year. I think he ended 11th, which is very good, given that Sauber has had a year where they were in the Alpine position. They were in the real nowhere land. But no, that's been good. Aston Martin, fairly solid. I think Fernando Alonso got 10th in the standings. To be fair, Fernando Alonso is like, you know, he's doing what he's doing. Maybe next year will be quite interesting for Aston Martin, but I've heard this before. So I'm curious where that will go, but who knows, who knows. Lance Stroll, I don't really comment on him because he's in Formula 1 for a reason, and that reason, some people will say nepotism. I'm just like, hey, you know, he does alright. He pops off twice a year. So people who are Lance Stroll fans, it's like there were 2 times a year. It'll be interesting. I don't think anyone's quite got a clue how the Melbourne race is going to go because the brand new cars are really going to shake things up. I say shake things up, but, you know, you had Red Bull picking up the speed during, like, from 2021. There you go. Okay, that's a stop doing that. Go to the Charisma. Like, seriously, that bar is full, so I should be good in a moment. Can I actually slam this out? I might be able to slam this out. Come on. Come on. I want to be able to, like, do this in one day. That'd be... Okay, cool. Cool. Go for the chessboard. Go for the chessboard. Oh, a couple in 1 hour. Come on, come on, come on, come on. If I can do this without even having to waste a day, that'd actually be sick. Heck yeah. That's it. She's set. Okay. Can she go pee quickly? And not miss work. She should be good. It wasn't mad that Lando... Yeah, I think Lando deserved the championship given the number of good races, and especially in the back part of the season that he had. I think earlier on it seemed a bit odd, like when Hungary was asked to switch places, and honestly, you know, that got him 3 points doing that, so you can point to... I don't think she's getting the promotion because all these flowers died. Yeah, all these flowers died. I don't think she's getting the promotion. That's a shame. That's a shame and a half. Okay, well. Let's do the flowers. Thanks, flowers. It's the worst thing. Listen, there's always tomorrow. You think the maid would actually, like, do this? Or the robot butler? One of the two. But yeah, no, I do think Lando did deserve it, given that he's had a lot of solid races. Oscar bottled it a bit too much near the end of the season, which is why I think he dropped off a bit. But I also do feel like, yeah, you know, maybe they shouldn't have swapped Hungary around, which might have made this whole season a bit closer than maybe well, even closer than it was. Max driving his pants off that car, because that car was real garbage earlier in the year. Like, if people remember, it's like they were behind Ferrari for a hot second. Not in the standings necessarily, but there were some races where it's like Max is just like, they're like the 4th best team. They're nowhere near it. And then obviously Yuki Tsunoda is the one loser of the season because all the other 19 drivers are there next year. But not Yuki Tsunoda. He's unfortunately getting demoted to reserve driver. Honestly, I think Liam Lawson should have stayed being a Red Bull driver, but also maybe he dodged one by not staying, by being able to show that he's actually still a good driver because he was outperforming his own Red Bull performance. And also everyone outperformed Yuki, except for the 2 Alpines and Gabriel Bortoleto. Actually, no, I think Pierre Gasly outscored Yuki. Yeah, it's a bit rough for Yuki, so... I get it. I forgot the name of the person who's moving into Isaac Hadjar City. Isaac Hadjar, big win, because he's moving into the big Red Bull team. Hopefully, that car is good. We'll see for next year. But other than that, yeah, another British driver. He's in Formula 2. It's like 2nd in the standings in Formula 2, so hopefully he's good. And he drove in Practice 1 this weekend. Yeah, if my character somehow comes back and has like a good mood and gets a promotion, I'd be impressed. But I think because of the negative mood, She's not gonna get the promotion, which is fine. Yeah, no promotion. Robin Hood Legend of Sherwood was an amazing game. You should show me it later. A Desperados game. Okay. Yeah, I should really improve. I guess the energy is always going to be energy, but yeah, no, the room is way better. Like she's already positive after walking out. Also, do any of these? I mean, these are lights, but they don't go bad. All the plants need watering all of a sudden. It's very strange. Which were the games in the same name as the Kano games? Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn more about that, I guess. But yeah, no, I think both McLaren drivers should take this year as a great one. Mercedes, certainly. This has been George Russell's best year. And even though Mercedes hasn't exactly been a dominant car, I think the fact that George Russell has been such a great, consistent driver is a real big boost for him. Especially, I feel like he's given Kimi Antonelli quite a lot of good advice as well. And Kimi's had some real great results. So that's great. Outperforming Lewis throughout the season, even though he still placed below in the standings, I think. But it's been a very good drive given that it's his rookie season and he really just jumped straight into it. So I don't think Lewis quite had the greatest year, but who knows? He could maybe bounce back. It's been a while though. He's been kind of on a rut for a while. So I'm curious how long he'll stay in Formula 1. We'll see. Charles Leclerc, he's still doing okay, but yeah, Ferrari's still got to come back in some way. They've got the benefit of being best of the rest. Well, I guess that, you know, they're below the others, but they're still consistently above everyone under them. So there's just like a comfy spot where it's like they need to be more consistent and have that performance at all tracks. Because some tracks it's just like, yeah, no, it's not theirs. Williams, definitively the best of that rest. Both of them did very well. All the other teams, I think they still had one solid driver, and then the other one, you know, they could do better. But I think that there's some solid results that every team had. And that's what makes me feel like it was a really good F1 year. Because everyone, or at least not everyone, but most of the drivers really did have some time to shine. The reason why Alpine is just the one that I feel didn't quite get it is because they really didn't win anything. They had two drivers. One drove 2 races and they kicked him out. And the other didn't get a single point in the season either. Pierre Gasly has done well. He's a race winner, Pierre Gasly. And he's been nowhere. The races prior to Monaco, the Melbourne one was nuts. So if you were there, it was like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? But no, that would be a solid. It's hard for me to recall which races were fantastic. I'd probably need to check back on it. But I do remember there was a real good number of weirdly chaotic races this year. Go get the phone. Dang it. Alright, we're getting that stat up. So I'm going to need to get that social stat up because she's going to be really, really crimping on social. She should be good once she's got a social up. And we get the fun stat as well while we're at it. There we go, more talking. So I haven't really been commenting on The Sims very much in terms of like how I'm finding this game. Certainly as the PS2 game, you know, it's a minified version of what The Sims is. I think the number of items in this version in particular is a little bit on the low side. Like here I am sort of min-maxing the same TV and the same couch and quite a bunch of stuff across all the locations we go to. They rinse and repeat the same style of game for The Sims Bustin' Out, although it has more items, but it's still like it is still the same game. It's very much still the same ordeal. Yeah, I feel like your social goes up faster if you're on the couch watching TV with someone. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Well, I mean, if you're not going to chat, you're going to sculpt. I think she's got the social up to a solid amount, and if she's having fun, that's all good. A little bit of sad news at the end. The actor, yes, I did see that one. That's a sad one. That one hit me hard because I've been watching a bunch of stuff that he's been in. So, shout out to him for coming back for his likeness in like 2 relatively recent Mortal Kombats as well, like the games. There you go. So she's got a good mood as she goes outside. She'll be solid. She'll get that promotion. You didn't even pay the bill. Okay, and you're just... No, 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 no. You are going to make me money. We got all our souls. MK11? Yeah, I think it was in 11. I think it was in a mobile game as well. But yeah, coming back for 11 is like, yeah, solid stuff. So, rest in peace, my man. You'll be remembered. That one's a big one. But yeah, The Sims on the PS2. I really haven't been commenting on it. Certainly, I do wish there was more to it. And obviously, there's very much a routine. I think after 5 streams, I think a lot of people would have gotten the gist after a while. And certainly, I like the concept of going to new locations. You got to set up shop. You know, you've got more tools off the bat, but then you kind of have to work your way into it. And then, in the meanwhile, you're juggling your friends and building up your career stats, which is what you do in the regular game. I think the kind of limitation with this mode in particular is that the objectives are fairly ordinary. They get a bit better in later games. I do remember parts in The Sims 2 on the console, which is like you have to like do certain social interactions with people, or you know, get people to do things in certain ways or stuff like that, which is a bit more custom. I also like how every location has like other, you know, members who are at that location to help spice up who's, you know, the theme of what you're doing. And those people have their own objectives, and you got to help them out as well. So you're not incentivized to have your second person immediately set fire to the house and then, well, I guess unless the game, if the game let you do it, then sure. But this guy is going to piss himself in the middle of the night, so I will leave the money at that. But 10,687 is a lot of dollars. You're going to see a very big bump in money, though. Like, I might be able to hit 20,000 without actually needing to sell anything, because I really don't have anything to sell. I could sell the pool. Like, legit, actually, you could sell the pool. I can't. Oh, I was like, can I put it down right where I had it? Oh, now I can. Okay. Still. 3,300. Oh, what are some other ones? The bearskin rug, 3,655. The chimney is 1,000. It's not too bad, actually. The Fountains of Wayne, 595. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of things you could sell if you really wanted to. There we go. Off to bed. Main character will probably get a promotion, and then I'll be a happy chappy. We're almost done with my news. Only a couple. You got a lot of news, man. I had like 2 stories. Would I say The Sims on the PS2 is worth playing? I'd say it's solid. It takes its sweet time. You just gotta work at it. Getting your skills is always just eternal progress, I guess. Building up family friends is a little bit annoying because there's not a reliable way or a very varied way of chatting up people. That talk ability just seems to be the most consistent one. There you go. I'm a celebrity activist. That's right. That's the top role. With all the fame comes a sense of responsibility and a social conscience. Use your fame and power to promote the causes you care most about, be they political, environmental, social, or intellectual. The hours are easier, the extra pay is almost inconsequential. You're so wealthy, and heads of state now just disappeared right away. Okay, we'll never know what it says. But yeah, that's I mean, that's all the goals other than I need more money, so listen, we could, hey, that. Oh, snap, I'm controlling the wrong person. I just told him to get out of bed. Rip there. The pay, for reference, is 1,400, which is actually not that ridiculously high. I think there's some jobs and it's 2,500. But 1,400 is not as much as you'd want, and obviously I've got to pay my bills, so we're gonna need to do that. When they said the hours are better, it's also 10 to 3, which means I am going to sleep and wake up immediately. But 5 hours of work for 1,400 bucks is pretty good. Like, being awake at a regular time, finally, is like, I could do it. Gives you time to make some sculptures as well. There we go. So yeah, so now the goal is just to get the $20,000, which should be fairly quick. Because I'm not buying anything in the middle of this. There we go. We're up and at 'em. And I got 2 people with max creativity. We're just going to spam sculptures for a bit. And we'll be good. But yeah, Jenny's going to be tired as. We got a translation for the isometric 3D platformer for the Saturn called Willy Wombat. You would imagine a game called Willy Wombat would be in English in some variety, but... Wombats do not have big willies, I'll tell you that. That's an urban myth. I'm gonna hog this. I think Jenny's probably gonna... I'll just wake her up because she's gonna be tired otherwise. Actually, it was full English voice acting. Oh, so just... What a weird one. It happens a bit, but it's weird. Okay, you're going to eat. Also, I guess the thing is that obviously there's no more promotion. So, even though it says 7 out of 7, it's not like you exactly need to keep your friends for any point in the game. Unless you get fired, I guess. You gotta make sure you don't get fired. Alright, well that's all the food you get, because you finished work at 2 AM and now you gotta work at 10. I've got a person who's done shifts like that, it's just... it's painful for them. Sherwood's new homebrew game, even sell it physically. Dark Souls was in the same... Oh, true, yeah. I'm trying to think of another game that's got English voice acting. Metal Gear Solid was like that. I think the original version was in Japanese. Maybe. But I know like international or Japanese releases of Metal Gear Solid always do the English voice acting now. So they're selling an old a Commodore 64 game physically. What a weird, yeah. A weird development, I guess. Doot doot doot. Doot doot doot. Everyone likes doing this. It works with the with the FPGA ones. Nice. That's nice. Wizards or something. I would love if that was the real name. Wizards or something. Okay, here we go. Another sculpture down. I mean, here's the thing. If Jenny comes in with $1,400, that boosts me up to $16,256. And I don't know. I'll just sell my shower and we're set. But I do need to throw a party. I do know that that's gonna have to show up afterwards, and then that's it. That's it. That's how it ends. It's a bit of a weird mansion, though, isn't it? I think the housing gets a lot larger in the later games. It's weird that the game runs at 60 FPS when it wants to around here, but then it absolutely lags out. But I guess, you know, it's doing its best. The Sims has a lot of curious things going on. Like, it really does have a lot of intensities. Also, I guess, I think I haven't commented on it, but remember, it's a 3D game, and the original wasn't in 3D. I think that's the yacht. Yeah. So she's going for it. She's going for it. She's going for the far phone. I probably should have kept the shower. That's okay, I'm just gonna need to make another sculpture in the meantime. I just lost all my money to the to the yacht. Oh, I need to work on my hygiene. I don't have any money. Whoops. That's okay. How much is the or rather, where is the bear rug in decoration? It'd be closer to the back. It's all locked. There's the fountains. And obviously I sold the first rug, so whoops. That's okay. Just get the sculpture done and then we'll buy a basic shower for basic me, because I'm a basic fella. But technically that is all the... Yeah, throw one great party before you retire. Who knows? Maybe we just do it now. Service... Is this a service? No, it's at the bottom here. Throw that party. Go for it. Actually, bonus points. We do the pizza first, and then we do the whole party. And I'm going to be tired as, but that's okay. We've got a pool. This is going to be a very aggressive house party at this time, but that's okay. There you go, I've got the money to maybe buy a shower. And I'm just gonna... Nah, I'm just gonna buy the shower right away. Not that one, unfortunately. Just a regular cheap shower. Finally, the last fan translation. So many fan translations today. Actually, you know what? I might as well buy another one of those blocks while I'm at it. Or 2 blocks. Alright, what do I need to do? I need to... just sit and wait for a moment, I guess. There we go. Okay. We're ready for that big party. Pizza dude. Hi there, pizza dude. Hi there, pizza dude. We made it all the way to SimCity. There you go. A really nice crisp art. I do like crisp art. Hi. No, no, no. You meant to greet people first. Greet them. Oh, I guess they're coming in anyways. Wow, did you really eat that pizza that quick? Okay, we're ordering another pizza. And then I'm gonna... what? I need 2 doors to this place. I swear. Okay, stuff it. Stuff it. We are... What is something we don't need? Oh, gosh. We're rationing here. I don't need a chessboard again. Yeah, we can get rid of the chessboard. That's right. I'm getting rid of that. You all 4? You ready for it? This is it. All so I can add a door to the outside of the bathroom and the outside of the bedroom here, which will make the pathfinding easier. Because you're gonna get stuck here all the time otherwise. He's never gonna escape otherwise. What are you sad about? I'll just have chats with these fellas. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just realized these people are stuck in that corner there. They got no chance of getting out of here. They will never escape alive. Looking like a Commodore 64 game is kind of interesting, yeah. Let's see if I can... Oh my gosh, everyone's having convos in the bathroom. We'll just chat to them there. There you go. Have chats. Have chats with everyone. Oh, this is now my front door. This is my front door now. You're all gonna have to accept it. This is it. Oh, everyone's in the way of the pizza. No one can get the pizza because everyone's in the way. Oh my gosh, you're having a shower at this time of night. No one can pee because you're having a shower, you jerk. And your shower's leaking. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is chaotic. This is a chaotic end. Oh, she really wants to go to bed. I know she's tired, but like, come on. Come on, we could do this. We can boost this over somehow. We've had the pizza going. Come on, we can make this work. We can make this work. I don't know exactly what's gonna pass me over the great party tier. I did miss your epic description, sorry. So it's a Commodore 64 game. There we go. And you link to romhack.org. Yeah, these characters are going to be absolutely tired, so I'm just going to hope that they enjoy... I just hope they enjoy the end of the party without me. The PC 98 one. I don't know these games, so I'm just going to have to look them up in post. Was this not an amazing party? It wasn't an amazing party. It's because I don't have the spa. It's because I don't have the spa. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. We came, we went, we had to go. Also, I guess no music. And everyone's vibing in the tiniest room. Very interesting. Yeah, I saw the crisp art. Hold on, Fetty. I saw you say that. I even read that out loud. Or at least the crisp art part. Try moving the table to the living room. Probably. That's probably where it's going wrong. How do I get them to not pick up or not put the pizza on the counter over there? That's my problem, is that they obviously need to, like, you know, be, I guess, sitting at the table so that they can have a conversation instead of, like, just phasing through each other there. Still gonna last separate, though. I guess you could just move all your counters out over here. Okay, so I'm awake. What am I gonna do? I like how the moment I get a different shower, it's just like, yep, it's just gonna leak. Yeah, I was thinking a stereo would probably be a good bet. I do not have enough money right now, but the moment I go to work, I will. Oh, snap, I'm just gonna piss on the floor instead. Nah, we're pissing on the floor. Piss on the floor. Piss on the floor. Interesting note, the translators... They didn't even eat all the pizza. Okay, fine. You get to use the toilet. Oh no, he gets the piss on the floor. I don't know why they keep forgetting what they're doing. They keep walking around. Yeah, it's an alright game. I always struggle to throw a good party. That's what I can say. I'm not particularly great at The Sims. We'll just say that. But then there's other Sims games that I've definitely played, like, solid playthroughs of. So I don't know, maybe I'll get better as I play more Sims games on stream. We'll see. I've got to come up with some exciting games for next year on stream, I'll definitely tell you that. I've got something I can plug in for next week, which for reference will be the last stream of the year, because I am going on a nice little holiday at the end of the year. Also, I feel like having the party earlier, like having the party now, is probably going to be the bet. Because I called the party at like 5 PM, and maybe it's just like the party just needs to go on for longer. Okay. Let's watch TV for a bit, just so my fun is more okay. Also, oh my gosh, there's too many fan translations, man. I can't follow all of these. There's so many. I'm sitting there playing freaking Extreme X-Skate inline racing on the GBA, which is just absolute shovelware game. There you go. Okay, let's do it. Pizza. And then throw a party. We're doing it again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The patch for the commonly agreed upon best version is on the PSP. There's a lot of PSP patches out there, I tell ya. Alright. So unfortunately I can't afford the stereo just for the moment. Did he just ding dong me? Oh, he's out there. Jeez. Okay. Pizza dude. Go get him. Party Brock is in the house tonight. Again, where is he gonna put it? The worst place possible. Nah, 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 nah. We ain't having this. Oh, I can't move it while it's got the pizza on it. Although, to be fair, I've still got my food from earlier. So, maybe we're okay. And then everyone went for the pizza instead. This is the one bathroom in the building as well. Okay, let's get the stereo up. This is the stereo room. I don't care that there's a there's a plate on the floor. We're doing it. I'm actually gonna order another pizza while we're at it. Here we go. I can just remove the walls, yeah. She is hungry, so she does need to eat the moment she calls. Yeah, keep... Hold on. Actually, you turn on the stereo. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this pathfinding has gotten worse. This pathfinding is actually getting even worse as I add more... Yeah, stuff it actually. Hold on. Well, I mean... Yeah, the problem is everyone just keeps having conversations in the common areas here. Come in there, Mum. I'm not too sure what's happening there. That should be the last news. There we go. Alright, you are hungry. Go for the food. Go for it. Who's calling me at this time? Pizza man's going, so I'm gonna make sure I get the pizza, which is... Oh my goodness. This door might be the worst thing in the world. Who put the door there? You know what, actually, we're gonna move the door to there. Or at least here. Maybe that'll help with the pathfinding just that tad bit. Oh, he put the pizza outside! No! Don't put the pizza outside, it's gonna get cold. There you go. Hold on. There you go. Even better. Even better. Now the pizza's on the table. More pizza. Everyone's having negative conversations with each other over there. What is happening? I'm gonna chat to you because you don't seem to care about pizza. And my social is terrible. What is happening here? Issue with the parties. It is kind of tough. Parties are hard. I don't know how to run parties. Teresa, what are you doing? What are we watching on the TV even? I feel like the party would immediately like click through if I had the hot tub though. Like, yeah, look at this. You're bored and you're leaving. Hey! There's a TV. There's a TV. There's a stereo. You guys are just like absolute haters, okay? You could be watching TV with everyone, but no. You're bored out of your mind because you're not chatting in the toilet. That's the worst part about the spa, the hot spa, is that it's $6,500, which is a bit, so I can't just sell the pool and try to make amends there. Even though my main character seems to be wanting to go in after having... I'll go in for it, actually. The pool is fun. Nope, they are just wandering off. Is the pool actually improving fun? Oh, it is, okay. They're all going, they're all going. The stereo did not help. No, man, it's a spa. The spa is what I need. The stereo is not ticking the boxes. They're not grooving at the stereo. Man. I think part of it as well is that maybe there's only one bathroom, so they're just all fighting over it. Like, look at this pathfinding, I swear. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Hopefully third time's the charm. What does John Gamefax say? Get everything ready. You need pizzas, hamburger, teppanyaki, and some home-cooked food. You should have a full cooked points by now. Make sure the house is clean. Throw the party. Green pluses have to be a lot. Good food conversation. The hot tub really gets us going, as well as a pool table. If you can play an instrument, play it for everyone. There's that as well. Throw the party early. Spend the day off. People will be tired later, yeah. True. But yeah, no, this stereo is not doing anything there. Also, is that an urgent wake up from bed and go to the toilet moment? I think it might be. That's washing hands, but sure, yeah. Go for it. You told me about the guitar. That was a bit ago. Okay. Who even has the guitar unlocked? Not me. I don't have the guitar unlocked. I think it is that one that I'm missing in there. Or I'm just really scrolling past it. Am I really scrolling past it? You could do the piano. You could do the piano. The pool table would also be nice. So maybe I could just make some sculptures and get the piano going. Yeah, because hold on, where's the guitar? Yeah, the guitar is a bonus item for doing the money from mum stage in 24 hours. I had it the other day because I kept moving into places with a guitar. But it's a bonus item. You need to unlock it by being very fast on the first day. I know, it's so cruel. We're gonna get there, though. We're gonna get there. Don't worry. This might be an R&R day, actually. I say it's an R&R day, but I need to buy that piano. And I need to buy that pool table. And you need to work, so maybe it's one of those days. That's some solid snoring, though, I'll tell you that. I love how everyone has a body clock. Like, they just wake up at 6 o'clock like it's no problem. Yeah, no, I need to make another sculpture. Really get this going a bit. Unfortunately, like, all of her stats have gone so far down somehow. What is going on, Jenny? What are you doing here? We will survive. We will get there. Is that just, like, a regular... It's rodden plate? It's rodden. Burrity. Maybe we just spend the day getting back up to scratch instead of constantly hosting parties. Maybe. Because if I host the party, then it's all over, you know? Who keeps calling at this time of day? I gotta pay my bills soon, don't I? No, you gotta go to work. It'll be good. It'll be good. Alright, let's see if we can make that money quick. The yacht makes it so obnoxious because you have to, like... it basically makes you lose all your money. And then you just kind of like waste a couple of extra days. I think, hold on, bonus points. How quick do you have to do this day for the bonus? This is... I don't know how fast it is. Okay. But that's okay, because eventually we will make the money to buy the hot tub, which is, what, 4,500 I said? Now, if only I had the kids and I could just slave labor, you will chip away at marble forever. I think that's the weird thing about The Sims, is that The Sims is often very good at the storylines. It's very good at making your characters do wacky things that you didn't quite expect, and it's like, oh, okay. Here, I mean, there's only so many things your characters can do, which is fine as like a, it's a template, it's a start, but certainly, Sims with expansions is where it's at, and this one, even though it's got things from 2 of the expansions, is definitely, it's a reduced feature set of some variety. So I think a lot of people would love to see more out of The Sims. I could build a hot tub now and just have a crack at it. And by build, I mean buy. Wherever the hot tub is. I know the piano's there, but... Oh, 6,500? No, never mind. Yeah, nah. Nah. This is gonna be a work your way back up day. R&R day. I know I've got the other block there. That's in case I want to have double action on the sculpting. But unfortunately, fun and social are gone. What? The heck? The dishwasher broke. The trash compactor broke. Oh, I should probably fix that up before caring too much about this. The maid, you're still here. You gotta fix that up. She's actually been here for quite a while. What is going on there? Never mind, she's just gonna clean things up. Unless she's gonna clean things in perpetuity until her, until she's done. Yeah, she is! She thinks she's needing to sweep up all the time. But, like, the whole point is that that's, oh, and the bills are coming in as well. It's so over. I'll never be able to afford anything in this economy. Alright, go for it. We're gonna need to have some social going on here. Just get that social up, please. There you go. No, 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 no. Stop complaining. Get that social up. Oh my goodness. What? Have I done something wrong and everyone's complaining all of a sudden about every single skill? Like, what is going on here? Every single need, sorry. I can't explain what I've done going... Like, why is she so slow on the social? Seriously, this is like... Yeah, this is dreadful having the stat that low. She's not having fun. I know she's not having fun. But I can't work the marble slave trade if she's not having fun. She keeps complaining, but you've just got to chat. You've just got to talk. Keep talking. Stop complaining about not having fun. Okay, now after this, you're both watching TV. There we go. This might help. This might be... Keeps complaining about not sitting down. Go watch TV. It involves sitting down. What are you doing? Seriously, I'm actually been fighting them quite a bit at the end here. And then they're both very tired. So hopefully I can bring the... Oh, I don't know, like if you're waking up at 6 and she goes to work at 9... Yeah. Okay, well that's the R&R day. There they go, off to bed. Alright, so the goal is we need the spa because the spa will get lots of people talking. I'm putting the spa right here, inside the house. Indoor spa. We're living in the future. You don't even know what the roof of this place looks like. Does anyone know what the roof of this place looks like? He chose the one door. He chose the one door. I can't buy the rug though. That was the one thing. I couldn't buy the rug again. Well, that's okay, because you know what? I can use that money to buy a spa. Oh, there's no roofs in this game. It's very weird. There you go. Indoor spa. This will help the room. I know. The one item I don't have unlocked is the bearskin rug. I mean, to be fair, the place was mostly unfurnished, but... Okay, who needs the pee first? You're on cooking duty. You're on cooking duty. And you're on pissing duty. Oh, snap, he's woken up now? No, hold on, hold on. Okay, fine. No, actually, you can go for the brekkie. Here's the thing, actually, while I'm at it. I guess you can't really move the walls. But just for note, I would love to move the walls over, but I don't think you can really do it on the cheap. So I'm just not even gonna. I was like, I want to make this like just one wider because it's actually kind of obnoxious having like counters there and then everyone puts things on it and then it's like, no, you're not meant to go in there. Okay, go pee. Go have a shower. Or maybe just pee, because the shower can come later. Or the food comes first, just go for the food. Whatever. She slept in. Have some social while you're at it. There you go, that's good stuff. And then they're both gonna piss on the floor. Both of them. There's one. There's two. And then she's going to grab a plate. Your current plate is not empty. Eat your current plate. And then you can have a shower. Actually, maybe hold off on the shower. Just until Jenny does it. Because she's going to be very upset otherwise. You can go sculpt. With your lack of hygiene. Oh my gosh, so many people keep calling. I kept up the relationships, right? Ah, they're fine. Man, she's very dirty. Taking a whole hour to wash. Although, I don't know. It might be a female thing. My sister takes a while in the shower. Oh my gosh, he's being lured by the, Why is his comfort so low? Is the bed that bad, or is that just no sonic shower? I can't afford the sonic shower yet. I'm sorry. I'll get it, maybe. We're getting the piano next, though. That's the thing. The sonic shower does do comfort, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, so maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Oh my gosh, yeah, empty that trash, please, before it all dies. Actually, no, it's the dishwasher you need to do. You need to fix that dishwasher. Or I just hire the handyman to fix it. Yeah, I'll hire the handyman. Hire the handyman. Phone services. Repairman, thank you. It'd just be easier. This is what money's for. Babanan. There he is, John Handyman. Oh, he's just doing his work. All right, let's do it. Let's get that pizza and let's have a crack at the party again. We're doing it again. Dang it. Crack at party. We will put some crack in the party. And that food is unfortunately bad, so we're gonna have to rely entirely on pizza. Oh no, is the outside terrible? I mean, as long as it's people chatting and having a good time. There you go, I've brought home money again. I'm going to quickly try and order another pizza. Oh, I can't order a pizza while I'm picking up a pizza. I don't know what he's doing there, but sure, yeah. Alright, please, can I just move the pizza? No, it's because everyone's pathfinding to that spot. And we're gonna eternally be bound to that. That's okay. Okay, so what am I bored about? It's because I just need a pizza. We just all need to gravitate to the pizza and hope for the best. Okay, just get another pizza here, because I know we're gonna need one. Alright, who is body blocking everything? I'm stuck in here. I'm having a conversation over here, so that's all good. Other than I'm stuck here, but that's okay. And then, I don't know, maybe we can get in the hot tub? Why is she wanting to eat the sink? I assume she's washing her hands in the sink. Yeah, she's she's not eating the sink. Where's the piano? I can't afford the piano yet. Actually, I can. I can afford the piano. Yes, sorry, my bad. That's not the piano, first of all. That's the piano. There you go. Greet that guy. Well, she's going in there, so that's all fine. We got more pizza just in case. Which you've put in a worse place than last time. You put it further in. Ah, it's so annoying that he just keeps doing that. More pizza. Well, the piano will be good for fun, so I'm gonna piano because I don't need hunger. Are we really out of both? We're really out of both. Okay. And we broke a piano. Yep, we broke the toilet. Or the sink, one of the two. Is it the sink that's broken? Yeah, it's the sink that's broken. Good job, guys. Good job. Good going. Oh my gosh, imagine someone flexing like this, by the way. Oh my gosh, where is everyone? Hi! Hi, I've got the spa and everything, and everyone's still just like, ah, I'm just gonna keep chatting in the bathroom with the freaking... Seriously, what is happening here? What is going on? Everyone's just stuck in the bathroom. I think I need 2 bathrooms, but... What? Oh my gosh, what happened here? He's not getting in. He's not getting in. Listen, I'm in. This guy's not getting... Oh, is the hot tub broken and I'm stuck in it? That's why he's not getting... Everything is breaking. Everything... Oh my gosh, it's flickering. Ah! And he's hungry. And he's just leaving. Listen, I don't know if I could predict the everyone gets stuck in the bathroom kind of problem, you know? I can't add another door just to at least make it wider. But she was having a good time while this happened, so... Well, I can't play The Sims next time. This is gonna be a freaking Wednesday bonus then. You know, the classic like, yep, we did it. We got to the end. Because, seriously, what are my odds that the hot tub breaks, like, first go? And then also the spa, the sink, like, all this stuff. Technically, the party is still going. Technically. And now I can't afford a door. Oh, well. Well... Yeah, too bad we can't see the end today. So I will bonus video Wednesday because it's going to be absolutely short as. Literally, the game ends the moment the party is done. So I'll show off what that is in a I guess a follow-up video on the YouTube. But we'll save there. We'll have another crack. Seriously, the worst part as well, I actually thought that the game would get a little quicker near the end because it's like, oh, you just throw the kids away, get to level 10, and then you're good. And it's just like, it's just the grind to get to the level 10 career was really obnoxious. And that's it. The party is it. The party is the end of the game. The game ends the moment it determined that was a raging party. But you can clearly tell no one is apparently chilling. Everyone keeps... I mean, to be fair, I think some of it is because it just keeps directing everyone towards this tight space here. And so maybe the trick is I just do not have a kitchen. I put it all in the living room and hope for the best. Maybe that's the solution. So, but yeah, I shouldn't wake myself up there. But yeah, other than that, that's that. I'll just do another save again, even though I know I just woke up there. A little bit anticlimactic, but hey, we'll take a crack at it on in a pre-recorded scenario. So until then, I would like to thank you all so very much for watching together. If you choose a whole partying and the party wasn't good enough, the game ends. Yeah, you just keep trying again with the party again and again until it says raging party. So you're all good. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, there'll be another one only next week, and then I'm off for a week and a bit. Actually 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks over Christmas. If you want to see stuff, go to YouTube. That will be where the ending of this game is, as well as I'll be doing something next week that's not The Sims related. And yeah, you can follow me on the Fetty for good fun memes. I'm not going to send a picture of this cockroach who unfortunately witnessed all my cringe talking. So there's that. But yeah, no. Other than that, don't stay up too late like I did. Eat your greens, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thank you all so much for coming and chatting. That's all good. Yes, the Fetty. That's the one. Have a good one, peeps.